You are now rocking with the hottest boxing podcast in the land with your host, Coach Malachi Williams.
True.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up, family? This is our boy, Coach Malachi in the building. And we back. Too Many Podcast. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Salute. Shout out to Miss Black Panther. I like this. I get to see everybody on the screen right now. Shout out to Miss Black Panther. Shout out to Daniel Agnew. L. Harvey is in the building. Green Eyes P is in the building. Let's go to the other side. You know what I'm saying? Make it do what it do. Let's go to the other side. Get it cracking like over there. Let's see what's going on over the other side. Shout out to Gabe Moore. Some in November. Salute. Yeah, man. Shout out to Hollywood Leon. Hollywood Leon. Hollywood Leon, what's up, fam? Hey, you remember my homeboy named Leon from Long Beach. Leon from Long Beach, boy. Leon used to curse the chicks out. They didn't want to talk to him. Light skin, my homeboy. You know, a lot of, like, all the dudes I hung out around was older than me. They were like anywhere from 8 to 10 years older than me, something like that. And Leon was older. He was older than me. We used to go to the I used to meet him at the mall. He'd be in the mall and shit, putting his Mac down, trying to holler at the tenderonis. Back then we used to call it hoes. You know what I mean? Like, we used to holler at the hoes and all that stuff there. That's what we used to say back then. Back then, yeah, we going to the mall. We finna go holler at some hoes. Like this in the 80s. So it doesn't mean the women were hoes, but that was just like hoes was a synonym. Was kind of like a synonym to like women or whatever, right? So anyway, Leon was a light-skinned nigga. He was a light-skinned nigga with green eyes. So if you know anything about being light-skinned in the 80s, you was prime, like you had it popping. If you were light-skinned in the 80s, man, shit. If you was a light-skinned dude in the 80s with good hair, now Leon didn't really have a good hair, but he was light-skinned with green eyes. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, it was kind of, you know what I mean? So, every time I see your name, I think about my baby man Leon. I ain't seen him in years. Shout out to Daniel Agnew. Salute, fam. Yeah, man. Sometimes you get what I'm saying? Shout out to Summer, NPR, Daniel Agnew. Who else we got? Shout out to Tila. Tila said, Terrence Howard look alike. Yeah, this before Terrence Howard. Yeah, man. Hey, you get what I'm saying? Yeah, old Terrence, you know what I mean? Man, shit, back in, man. Shit. Hey, shout out to Unlaced Shoes. Yeah, man, highlight space in the building. I'm trying to tell you, boy. Yeah, boy, back then, boy. Shit, boy, light-skinned nigga, boy, all you had to do, just, you know what I mean? Hey. Yep. And the red bones got all, and the red bones, like the females, the red bones got all the attention. If you was a female, man, you was a female in the red bone in the 80s, man, shit, you were prime real estate.
True.
Anyways, enough of that. Shout out to LA Shoes. LA Shoes, what's going on, baby boy? What's happening? Shout out to doggone John. Hey, shout out to Recap. He say do a little Color Me Bad dance, and it was on. He say, hey, Recap say, do me a little Color Me Bad dance and Color Me Bad dance, and it was on. Hey, Color Me Bad. That was the early 90s though. That was like 91, somewhere around there. That was the early 90s. They get what I'm saying? Early 90s, somewhere up in there. Around the time New Jack City came out. Yeah, man, Color Me Bad now. I ain't gonna lie now. Color Me Bad, listen, they were popping in the hood. Color Me Bad were popping in the hood. You know what I mean? Because everybody like New Jack City. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Hey, I'm sitting back watching the ESPN today, right, in the barbershop. Was it ESPN? I think it was ESPN. Yeah, in ESPN. And a question was posed. I was watching the Pat McAfee show, and the question was posed. They were talking about Jordan and LeBron. And the reason why I don't like to compare Jordan and LeBron because they play two different positions, but two, there's really no argument. LeBron, he had to get with other players and put teams together and try to work with other superstars. You get what I mean? In order for him to win the championship, remember he had to leave Cleveland. So the question was posed, if Michael Jordan was able to pick and choose which players he wanted to play with, like LeBron did in his era, how many championships do you think he would have? And a guy said, somebody said he'll probably have about 15 championships. As a matter of fact, it was Michael Jordan's lawyer who said that. He said if Jordan was able to pick and choose, let's say he said, look, I'm finna leave Chicago, I'm finna go hook up with doggone Patrick Ewing and John Starks, or I'm finna go to Houston, hook up with Hakeem Olajuwon, or you know what I mean, all them boys. Just imagine he said, I'm finna go hook up with Bird, Isaiah Thomas, Hakeem Olajuwon, and you get what I'm saying? If Jordan was able to do that, he would have won every year. True. Listen, I totally agree with that. You get what I'm saying? Hey, that's a whole nother argument right there. That's a whole nother argument. Don't get me started now. Do not get me started on this basketball, because y'all, you get what I'm saying? I'm just saying now. I'm telling you, don't get me started. Niggas picking and choose, and y'all hollering about, yeah, he niggas got to pick and choose. Shoot, man. See, back in the day, everybody had a stick. You had to get it in. You had to work with what you had, fam. You had to get the butter from the duck. Got to work what you got, baby boy. Make it happen. You get what I'm saying? Shit. Niggas playing got Luke Longley and Tony Kukoc, and you know what I mean? That's a whole other story. Anyways, let's get into the show. Shout out to Ali. Ali, what's going on, fam? Texas 16 South, you say, nah, Devin got a chase. Huh? Oh, man, you know what I mean? Yeah. Shout out to Tay Philly. Tay Philly, what's going on, fam? Yeah. Hey, shout out to Savage Surge. He said he earned that right, coach. You know what I mean? Like me. When I was in this position, I could pick and choose who I want. You know what I mean? Because I earned that right. Picking and choosing. Yeah, I got to pick and choose. Nah, dog. I'm finna put my team together right now. Boy, let me tell you something. Boy, I love them jitterbugs. In the playoffs right now. The Knicks, they got a young team. Indiana Pacers, they got a young team. Doggone Oklahoma and Minnesota. Man, all the jitterbugs playing. All of the legacy, the big name superstar old niggas in the NBA, they don't got pushed to the side this year. All the young jitterbugs playing in the Eastern Conference Finals, Eastern and Western Conference Finals. The jitterbugs. True. Yeah. True. They balling too, and they balling. The jitterbugs balling. They don't see no LeBron, Steph. They don't see Steph Curry. They don't see none of that shit. They like, nigga, what's happening? The jitterbugs balling right now. You get what I'm saying? We ain't gotta hook up with no other superstars. We the superstar. You get what I'm saying? Anyways. Don't get me started. Don't get me started now. Hey, shout out to Wide Sports. Don't get me started, though. Do not get me started. All right. All right, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, let's get into the show. Oscar De La Hoya destroys rematch rumors between Ryan Garcia and Devin the Dream Haney. In a recent interview with Fight Hub TV, Oscar De La Hoya delivered bad news to Devin Haney fans who felt that Devin needed to get it back in blood. Oscar revealed that he's no longer interested in making the Devin Haney-Ryan Garcia rematch. Bill Haney has said on many times in the past that he signed a contract to rematch Garcia. His son, Devin the Dream Haney, had plans on fighting him later on in the year, according to the contract that they signed. But Oscar De La Hoya says he rejected the rematch because Devin Haney runs too much. A nigga run one time and y'all just label him as a runner. I don't get it. Devin Haney fought George Kambosos twice. He fought Lomachenko in the pocket. You know, he fought mid-range around Regis Prograde. You know, he fought Ryan Garcia in the pocket. You know what I mean? Mid-range. You know, he did all of those things, right? You know, he ran one time. He had one fight where he ran one time in comparison to the other fights, and now he's been labeled as a runner. True. Nah, I can't fight him, dog. Nah, Ali, fuck that shit, Ali. What's up? What's up, bro? Nah, man, a nigga running, dog. Nigga running too much. Dog ain't one fight, nigga, dog. He don't run. Listen, but he ain't run. When he fought you last time, he didn't run. Yeah, but a nigga running now. And that, you know, I don't want to fight him no more, dog. Man, be running. Yeah, dog, no, you know, nigga be running too much, dog. I'm gonna fight the nigga, man, but you know, I know we signed the contract, man. Y'all call the Sheik, tell the Sheik, man. I said, man, look here, man. No, you know, no can do, no can't do, baby boy. The man running right now. Man be running too much, dog. I mean, the Sheik. I come to fight, the man come to run. What you want me to do? Brother, you signed the contract right here, Oscar, brother, you signed the contract, you know, with the Riyadh season, and here in the contract, it says that, you know, you supposed to fight Devin Haney. Yeah, but that's because if we win, but we didn't win, we lost, so technically we really supposed to be fighting because we lost. We didn't hold up our end of the bargain, but don't worry about it, brother. I have a lot of money for you. Just go ahead and take the fight. Man, Sheik, look at, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I would take them $50 million that you trying to pay us to fight Devin Haney, but I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, the man gonna run. What you want me to do, Sheik? You want me to take them $50 million you trying to pay me to fight a runner? I'm going to be Ryan Garcia. You know, my claim, you know, Ryan Garcia, he going to be in the ring trying to fight, and then we're going to be ready. What you want us to do? It's going to make our brand look bad. that was Oscar. Hey, listen. I'm telling you what they trying to do. They trying to label Devin Haney a runner. They try to level Devin Haney a runner. They try to label him. That's what they try to do, right? To justify Devin Haney not getting it back in blood. True. Hey, cut credit say Oscar ran from Trinidad. That was the last 3 rounds, though. He didn't, like, people say Oscar De La Hoya ran from Trinidad. That's not true. I mean, you know, he fought the first 9 rounds he fought. The last 3 rounds were the rounds that he circled, you know, he ran, and that's what lost him the fight. Yeah, but I'm just saying, though, the man ran one time, and y'all don't label, now he labeled a runner now. Like, come on. Now, if he did it consecutive times, if he did it this fight after this and the fight after that, then you can say, well, you know what, dog? We don't seen 3 fights after the Ryan Garcia fight, and you don't ran in all 3 fights, dog. So we have come to the conclusion that you're the runner and the track star. So therefore, you know, we don't want to have nothing to do with you. True. Man, nigga ran one boy, y'all be holding it, boy, y'all don't let that go. Dude had one, like, man run one time. Now he did run. I don't give a damn what Bill Haney said. I don't give a fuck. The nigga did run. But the man had one performance well, you know, they try to sell running this weak science, you know, and y'all gonna label the man that. Come on, fam. You got the man don't have one. The man don't have one track meet. The man don't have one track meet, and y'all saying he'll run it now. The man had one fight out of all those fights he gave us. He gave us George Kambosos 1 and 2. He gave us George Kambosos 1 and 2. He fought Lomachenko mid-range and in the pocket. He fought Regis Prograis mid-range right there. He fought Ryan Garcia, you know what I mean, right there mid-range. He was right there mid-range. He gave us all of that. And he had one fight where he got his Usain Bolt on, and y'all want to label a man that. True. Man, come on, fam. Boy, it's hard in the yard, boy. They say it's hard, but it's fair. Right? Bill Haney said that they signed the contract to fight Ryan Garcia. Oscar says that he rejected the rematch because Devin Haney runs too much. He doesn't want Ryan in the ring with the runner. Some Devin Haney fans feel that this is propaganda to destroy Devin Haney's credibility with Oscar De La Hoya, right? And in the sport of boxing. Haney critics feel, based on Bill Haney's explanation of Haney's performance, that Devin Haney is a shot fighter. Now this is the critics. Devin Haney critics feel that Devin Haney is a shot fighter who is suffering from PTSD, right? That's post-traumatic stress syndrome. This is probably why we hear rumors of Devin Haney now fighting Teofimo Lopez. Maybe that's why, right? Let's see how this works out. Now, again, as I said before, this is what I think. This is what I think was going on. Oscar De La Hoya got a chance to see what Ryan Garcia looked like without the ostomy. And he saw a fighter that wasn't as confident. He saw a fighter that his defensive flaws really did show. Against a Roland Romero, he got hit with a double left hook that he telegraphed. They saw from that performance, and from a stylistic standpoint, Devin Haney's performance from a footwork standpoint, they say, you know what? We don't want to fight him. We don't want to fight him because if he comes to fight like that, if he uses footwork, and we know Ryan is a flat-footed fighter, so he's not really great at cutting the ring off and stuff like that. So we don't like that fight. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna back out of it. True. Now the question I have is this. This the question I have. When we had Dollar Bill on the show, Dollar Bill said that I asked him about, do you guys remember? Shout out to Free Smoke. Do you guys remember? I asked him about the lawsuit. Shout out to I Know Boxing, NPR, Miss Black Panther. I asked him about the lawsuit. I said, does the lawsuit still stand? Now that you are rematching Ryan Garcia, do you guys remember what Bill Haney said? He didn't really answer the question. He kind of like danced around it. He said, well, the lawsuit will still be there. He said something of the sort, well, no, the lawsuit, is non-existent, but the lawsuit will still be there, up until we get in the ring or something of that sort. So it was kind of like the way Bill explained it was, okay, we still got the lawsuit on Ryan Garcia. This fight is continuing. Now we're willing to drop the lawsuit as long as we can get our get back. So it appears that a part of one of the demands that Golden Boy wanted, because remember, Golden Boy got sued too. It appears that one of the demands that Ryan Garcia and the Golden Boy wanted, well, yeah, we'll agree to fight you in a rematch, but under one condition. You have to drop the lawsuit. So if they trick the Haney, well, not the Haney, Bill Haney, because Bill Haney didn't want to file the lawsuit. Devin didn't do none of this. It was Bill Haney that filed the lawsuit. It was Bill. A lot of y'all mad at Devin Haney for shit that Bill Haney doing. It's Bill that's doing it, right? So So they tricked him. Okay, hey, Oscar. Yeah. What's up, Ryan? Hey, look, man, I'm trying to get Bill Haney to drop his lawsuit. You know, I mean, I know I had Oscar in my system, but you know how it is. Yeah. What's going on? What we're gonna do? Tell him, Oscar. Can you tell him that we're willing to give Devin the rematch if he drops the lawsuit? Okay, hold on. You know, hey, Bill live right across. Now Bill Haney live right across the street from Oscar. right in Henderson, Nevada. They live right across the street from each other. Hold on. You know, Oscar walk across the street with his G-string on. He got a G-string on, a G-string and some flip-flops and some baby oil walking across the street. You know what I mean? And he knock on Bill Haney door with his thong on. Bill opened the door. He said, hey, he said, what's up, neighbor? Well, what's up, Bill? You know, Oscar, what the hell? What in the catfish is going? Why are you at my door dressed like that? Oscar, I don't want to see you like that. Hey, look, Bill, let's let bygones be bygones. You know what I mean? Ryan says he's willing to give you the rematch. You know, if you drop the lawsuit, what you want to do? You know, can we get a shake on it? Can we shake on it? Yeah, we can shake on it. You know, so they shook on it, right? You know what I mean? They shook on it. Hey, so they shook on it. So they shook on it. Hey, so they shook on it, right? So Bill agreed to drop the lawsuit. Now it seemed like doggone the old 52 fake out. The old Ryan Garcia and Oscar Dela Hoya, they pulled the old 52 fake out on the Haneys. Now they ain't getting nothing. Hey, now they ain't getting nothing. You get what I'm saying? Man, they don't rock, man. Come on, fam. Man, Oscar Dela Hoya, man. Y'all come on, man. Man, don't do the man like that. Don't do the man. Get his get back. Let the man get his get back, man. Let the man get his get back. Hey, they holler about, yeah, man, what we gonna do, dog. Look, you don't got beat by Tank. You don't lost to Roller Romero of all people. You beat Devin Haney, but that got taken away because you had Oscar in your system. You were cheating. So technically, what if you accomplished in boxing, Ryan Garcia? Let's look at Ryan Garcia's boxing accomplishments. What has he accomplished? All right, he beat what the dude name? Luke Campbell. He beat Luke Campbell. That was it. After that, what happened? You know, he didn't really do nothing after that. Okay, he ended up fighting Tank Davis. He got stopped by Tank. He took a knee and tapped out. Then after that, he fought Devin Haney. Probably the best fight of his career. The rounds that he won, because he was doing the booty roll in that fight as well. But that was the best fight of his career. But that got taken away from him because he was cheating. You know, so you get what I'm saying. So he got popped with Oscar in the system. So that got taken away from him. Then he's supposed to have a rebound fight. You know, a tune-up fight. Two tune-ups fighting each other, right? So Ryan Garcia was having a tune-up fight with Roller Romero. Couldn't find out he was the tune-up. True. So now they saying, well, look, man, Ryan Garcia need a tune-up fight before he can get back in the ring with a big name. I said, well, Roller Romero was supposed to be in a tune-up fight. Shout out to Blaine City. He said Oscar Duarte. Yeah, he was doing a booty roll on there too. Roller Romero was the tune-up fight. So you had two tune-ups fighting each other. Ryan Garcia and Roller Romero. Tune-up A versus tune-up B, right? Tune-up B ended up being better than tune-up A. The man just had a tune-up. Wasn't Roller Romero supposed to be a tune-up? Hey, shout out to Curtis. Hey, look here. Wasn't Roller Romero supposed to be a tune-up? Yeah, he needed another tune-up fight. For what? He just had a tune-up, and he got his ass whipped. What's to say he get in the ring with another tune-up, and that tune-up whoop his ass? True. Yeah, niggas losing the tune-ups. And then you're right. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Listen, Ryan, I'm telling you, the gig is almost up. People are starting to catch on. You know, yeah, Oscar, I'm telling you, what we're going to do. People are starting to catch on. The gig is almost up. I'm pretty sure from a stylistic standpoint that Devin Haney is going to beat you. So what we're going to do, we're going to get out of there. We're going to go another route. Listen, the same shit they doing with Kid Austin. It's the same shit they doing with Kid Austin. Same old shit. You know what I mean? You know, oh my gosh, Oscar. Oscar. You know what is it? What, Mama Holyfield, what is it? Stop, don't call me that. Don't call me Mama Holyfield. Okay, stop. Okay, Mama, what's going on? What's the problem? I'm talking to Ryan right now. He's priority. Yeah, Oscar. I'm just saying, what about Floyd? You know, what about us? We want to get back in your good graces. Look, man, let me tell you something. I had something real big for you. You went to Saudi Arabia and you wet your pants. Your kid faked like he was sick. There was nothing wrong with him. He was lying and everything. Leave me alone. Okay, Oscar, I do whatever it takes, Oscar. Whatever it takes. You know what I mean? Whatever it takes. Okay, here, put this thong on. Put this thong on. Here, put this thong on. Go in the bathroom, put this thong on. Put your hair in the ponytail and come back. And come back. Oscar, what's on the man? Hey, shout out to Ed Harvey. Oscar don't make Mama Holyfield. Oscar don't make Mama Holyfield go in there, ties weave up, put that yarn in the ponytail. Put the thong on. Here, sign this contract. I got a 5-year, $5 million contract for you right here. Sign it right now. Okay, Oscar, you saw how much you said it was for? It's 5 years, $5 million. I'm gonna own your black ass. I'm gonna own you. You know what I mean? All right, Oscar, I'll sign it. All right, good. Now get out of here now. Get out of here, puto. Oscar don't kick the nigga out. Oscar don't kick the nigga out. Oscar don't kick them out. Mama Holyfield got a slave contract. You know Kid Austin ain't gonna fight nobody. You already know that. It's shit. We don't see what he got. We know Kid Austin. We already know what time that is. Boy, listen. The witness, boy, the Golden Boy Witness Protection Program is in full effect. Boy, you can forget it. Oscar don't see enough. Man, all these trash ass niggas. God damn, I got a stable full of trash over here. Ryan Garcia, he trash. Honor Barbosa, he was always overrated. Let's see. Jose Ramirez, he's old and washed up. Let's see. Yeah, I ain't really got. Listen, the last bullet Oscar got in that rest at 38 is Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz is his last bullet. That's the one right there, boy. That's the one. Hey, shout out to Hollywood Leon. That's the one right there, boy. Virgil Ortiz, boy. He better hope Virgil Ortiz don't lose. True. Now he got something with Verge. But the problem is the Instagram model, Ryan Garcia, is the one that's hogging up all the spotlight. Ryan Garcia is the one that's hogging up all the spotlight. That's the problem. Listen, that's the problem right there. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, let's see how this works out. In other news, there's always other news. 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao is scheduled to fight Mario Barrios for the WBC welterweight championship title. My question is why? Why? Right? Of all of the active fighters in the welterweight division, why did the WBC Mauricio Suleiman sanction this fight? Manny Pacquiao is old, washed up, and and guess what? He's an old, washed up fighter who should be fighting exhibition matches right now. He should be fighting exhibition matches right now. This is Barrios' path to the least resistance. Now, Mario, it's obvious what's going on. Listen, let me tell you something. It's obvious what's going on over there at the PBC. They got doggone Mario Barrios behind the Witness Protection Program right now. Listen, the CIA, they got the CIA, the FBI, the Department of Homeland Security. Boy, they got doggone fam. Let me tell you something. They got doggone the Secret Service. Marvin, listen, if there's any fighter, Boots, Brian Norman, boy, y'all can forget that WBC belt. Boy, it would be a cold day in hell before y'all even get a shot, earshot of that title. True. Boy, they got Mario Barrios on the path on the path of least resistance road. They listen. He had it. He so-called had an easy fight in his last fight on that Jake Paul undercard, and he kind of lost that fight on the low. He really lost that fight. They said it was a draw. They were like, "Oh God damn, boy, we almost lost that fight right there." And right now, Mario Barrios, boy, they not finna take that chance. Mario Barrios, he been listen, 46-year-old, you know what I mean? Hey, check this out. 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao, we called him out of retirement. Man, this man, bruh, last time I seen doggone Manny Pacquiao, his wife, hey, shout out to Sheila from Houston. Shout out to Sonny Augustine, Big Dog Willie. His wife was feeding him porridge out of a bowl. Do y'all remember that? I think after he fought Ugas, Jordanis Ugas, he was looking all beat up. His wife had him back there. The man was getting fed. She was feeding the man porridge. She was feeding the man porridge. Now they don't call old ass Manny Pacquiao back out. Talking about some, man, he a legend. Man, look here, man. He's an old, washed up legend. Let's keep it a bean, fam. Mario Barrios ain't got no business fighting no doggone Manny Pacquiao. When you got Jaron Ennis, Brian Norman Jr., you got all them other fighters you could be fighting in the welterweight division. You got old ass goddamn Manny Pacquiao coming out of retirement for what? Shout out to Damian Bennett. Salute, fam. Motherfucker, you get what I'm saying? Man, they got Mario Barrios, man. Hey, look here. Now, hold on, let me tell you something now. Now, I get it. I ain't mad. It is what it is. I respect the game. You know what they say? Don't hate the player, hate the game. You know what I mean? Don't hate the player, hate the game. I respect the game. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm just saying, but I'm telling y'all, come on, fam. And Mauricio Suleiman sanctioned it. And then Manny Pacquiao, he in the top 5 with the WBC. Oh, man, he's in the top 5 with the WBC, and, he's a legend, and we got he done so much for the sport. Man, fuck all that. Man, the man old and washed up. He ain't got no been in the ring. Why this man ain't having exhibition fights? That man should be having exhibition. He should be doing what Floyd doing. He should be doing what Floyd doing right now. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So now, as I said before, Mario Barrios, he is the definition of a paper champion. Remember, he got his belt via email too. When Terrence Crawford dropped the belts. In other news, Eddie Hitman Hearn says free agent Jaron Ennis is willing to move up to 154 if the Teofimo Lopez fight isn't made next. I done heard a lot of stuff about this. Rumors say this, rumors say that. It seems like every day they saying something different. This is why I don't be quick to jump and be making a lot of videos. I'm gonna tell you why, cause like 1 minute a content creator or they'll say something on X. You'll see something on Ring from Mike Carpenter, and he'll be like, it'll be 1 o'clock. It'll be okay. What the day is? It's May 22nd, 3:35 p.m. on the Thursday afternoon. Yeah, man. At 5:22, 3:34 p.m. East Coast time, Hoghead Cheese and Pochop Willie were in strong negotiations to fight each other, and that fight should be finalized by the end of the day, by 4 o'clock. Y'all check back with me. Next thing you know, the next day go in, next day come. Hoghead Cheese it's now finna get ready to fight Shouty and Big Nuts because Pochop Willie, that didn't really work out that well. So now, now they on the last page of the contract negotiations, and they got the pins in their hand, and they in the process of signing right now. Y'all can check back with me in 5 minutes. True. Wait a minute, but the last video, you said something total opposite of what you said in this video. Look, wait a minute, but I thought the last video you said, nigga don't made 25 videos on the same subject matter. He flip-flopping. That's why I gotta confirm this shit be real. You know what I'm saying? You like be a lot of fake news out there. Nigga don't made 25 videos on the same subject matter. I'm like, damn, okay, wait a minute. Now this video you said they were gonna fight, but then the next video, you said that he fight somebody else now. And then the third video, you said the first dude that he was gonna fight, they might still make it happen, but it depends. But the other, but the second guy that one right there hit a snag. But the fourth video, you said that Eddie Hearn said that both of those fights, you can fight both of them at the same time, but yet you still gotta tie up some loose ends. And the fifth video, you said, you get what I'm saying?
True,
Man.
True.
Man, these niggas, man. Hey, man, these niggas, man, I'm like, listen, bro, these motherfuckers be making, hey, you get what I'm saying? I be like, man, I don't know what to believe. These motherfuckers, man. You know what I mean? Hey, guess what? Everybody got sources. Yeah, man, my sources told me. Yeah, man, my sources told you. You know what my sources told me, dog? What they told you? Man, you ain't gonna believe this shit, dog. Hey, shout out to Tila. Hey, shout out to Mr. G4L. Hey, Tila, you ain't gonna believe this shit, dog. What? Man, look here, man. They offered that boy a contract. Who they offered a contract? Manny Pacquiao, man. Manny Pacquiao coming back. He is who he fight. I don't know. They say he want to fight Boots. Now, you know they say if Manny Pacquiao can beat Mario Barrios, they say that he want to unify with Boots. I don't know about that. What you think about that? Who told you that? I don't know. That's what my sources said. My sources said that. No, just imagine. Like, dudes just be making shit up. Niggas just be making shit up. Like, yeah, dog, got some sources that's real. Yeah, dog, let me tell you something. What's that? Now, I got some sources that real close to the situation. What source that is? Okay, listen. You know Pookie? Yeah. Pookie got a baby mama. Okay, Pookie. I know Pookie. Pookie got a baby mama. Yeah, what about it? Yeah, the baby mama is best friends with Laquita. Baby mama best friends with Laquita. Pookie. Yeah, Pookie baby mama best friends with Laquita. Yeah. Laquita overheard man, at Tootsie's. Okay. Pookie, Laquita, I forgot the baby mama name. Man, Tootsie's. Okay, cool. I got that. Yeah, Laquita overheard man tell bow-legged Kim, you know what I mean? That Misha was playing possum. Okay, Laquita overheard bow-legged Kim tell me, say what? Tell us, hold on, what you say? A nigga confused. True. Hey, I'm confused, bro. Hey, I'm 5 videos deep. Hey, shout out to the aircraft. I'm 5 videos deep. I'm lost. This nigga, man, I'm tired of these niggas, man. Tired of these niggas. Motherfucker got 25, 30,000 views. Yeah, boy, cool, I got 30,000. But I got 30,000 on this one, boy. 30,000. Now let's do the follow-up. Hey, shout out to Mrs. American. Yeah, let's do a follow-up to that one, dog, because we gotta, you know what I mean? We gotta make sure that the information get out there. We gotta put the information. See, the information is important. We gotta get the information to the people. I'm like, man, come on, fam. Anyways. According to the editor Hitman Hearns, and I quote, he said the only reason that Jaron Ennis was staying at 147 was to try to unify and face the other champions. This is what Eddie Hearn told Ring Magazine. And if we can't do that, and I'm quoting Eddie Hearn, there's a real chance that he will move up to 154, meaning Jaron Bruce Ennis. We know that right now. We can't fight Brian Norman. That's right, because Brian Norman got to fight. And right now, we can't fight Mario Barrios, because Mario Barrios is fighting 75-year-old Manny Pacquiao.
True.
And we also got a WBA mandatory with Shock Rob. Virgil and Boots is a great fight that I think the Saudis would make. Now one thing about Turk out of sheet, he like, look here, baby boy, if you want me to put my money, blow my money, because that's what I'm doing, blowing the money, on this fight, you got to fight somebody. The Sheik ain't paying, hey, shout out to the Nick and Nita show. The Sheik ain't paying no top dollar for you ain't finna fight no hog head cheese sandwich. You better fight somebody. You got to fight somebody. Nah, dog, you want these 5 mil. If you want these 5 mil, dog, you look here, man, you got to fight Godzilla. Godzilla over there. Yeah, you ain't fighting no whole head cheese sandwich now. You ain't fighting no spam sandwich, no bologna sandwich. You ain't fighting a case of Coronas. Nah, dog, if you want this 5 mil, and because your last fight you made 250,000. But if you want this 5 mil, but you better fight Mum Raw. Mum Raw right over there right now. Mom Raw. Hey, come here, dog. Mojo Jojo, come here. You got a choice. You got Mom Raw, Mojo Jojo, or Skeletor. Why I can't fight Snarf or Krillin? No, you can't fight Snarf or Krillin. How you want me to pay you $5 million for Snarf or Krillin? No. Nigga, we got Mom Raw, we got Skeletor, and we got doggone Mojo Jojo. You better pick one.
True.
Yeah. That's how that shit works. That's how nigga think you gonna dictate how much you get paid, and then you want to pick the opponent too. Nah, hell no. Nah, we ain't doing that. Nah, nigga, you want to fight for this money. And if you want my money, you gonna have to fight for it. Facts. Shit, y'all, you got listen. It's just like a woman. You know what I mean? They say, you really want that woman, you gotta fight for her love. Yeah, nigga, you better fight for this money, boy. Cause listen, all that. Listen, the chair picking days is over. Hey, shout out to Mr. Sabatican. The chair picking days is over. Nah, you got to throw some hands, dog. You got to throw some hands. I got some niggas over here right now. They want all the smoke. You've been ducking them for about 2-3 years. So we finna make this fight. This is what it's going to be. You get what I'm saying? It is what it is. As I said before, this is what Eddie Hearn said. The Virgil and Boots fight is a great fight. I think that's the fight that the Saudis will be willing to make. And he said, I think that could happen. And as I stated on this show, and I said this a couple of times, the chances of Jaron Ennis becoming undisputed at 147 is slim to none. Brian Norman Jr. has a fight coming up versus Jin Sasaki in Japan. That's in June. Mario Barrios is fighting 75-year-old Manny Pacquiao. And he's fighting him in July. At this rate, the WBC might as well sanction my dead grandmother to fight Barrios next.
True.
At this damn rate. Yeah, man, grandma, man. Grandma, I'm sorry, man, grandma. I'm sorry, grandma. I know you've been gone for a minute, grandma, but Mauricio Suleiman want you to come up, want you to come out the grave. Hey, my grandma, like, grandson, I don't retire, baby. I don't retire. We ain't doing no fight. Grandma, look, grandma, Mauricio Suleiman, I ain't want to come body. But, man, the Pacquiao, they don't sanction 35-year-old. They don't sanction 35-year-old man, the Pacquiao, to come out and fight, grandma. So, I'll be down there with you in a minute, grandma. I don't know how much more I got left up here, but when the time comes, I'm gonna meet you at the crossroad. But right now, Mauricio told me to come holler at you about coming out.
True.
What the fuck is Mauricio Suleiman doing? This man, bro. My nigga, you in the division with Jaron Ennis, Brian Norman Jr., Jin Sasaki. You got all these other welterweights that's right there. And fam, literally, you picked he's a living legend, but he's an old, washed up living legend. Y'all act like y'all didn't see the man last 2 fights. You saw how he looked against Ugas, and you saw how he looked in his exhibition fight. So we're not gonna play these crackhead games. I mean, miss me with that legend shit. Legends get put out the pasture sometimes. Yeah, man, I don't know, man. You get what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I don't know now, that's Manny Pacquiao now. Man, Mario Barrios gonna beat the shit out that man. For real though.
True.
He gonna beat the shit out of him. I'm telling you. Listen, you gonna see so many Filipinos crying. And they know it. His whole camp know it. Right now, listen, everybody trying to get paid, because when Manny Pacquiao make money, then it's a whole bunch of people he gotta take care of. When Manny Pacquiao make money, he got 1,000 motherfuckers he taking care of. See, you ain't never got to worry about that with me.
True.
I would never put myself under that kind of stress. Yeah, dog, I got 25 people I got to take care of, dog. I got 30 people. I got a whole lot of weight on my shoulders. Shitting me? I ain't finna put that kind of stress on me because I'm making money. I got 30, 40 people I got that I gotta make sure they straight. Now, how they been making it? Shit. Yeah, man, how they been making it? Yeah, I ain't finna put that burden on me like that. You walking around, I'm stressed out. I gotta take care of everybody and keeping it real and all. Man, fuck all that. Shit, better hold your own nuts. You know what I mean? I do a little something now. I do a little something, probably give you a couple dollars. But listen, when you get money from me, it comes with stipulations. I'm finna tell you right now. When you get money from me, it comes with stipulations. These are the stipulations. If you tell me you're going to pay me back, I'm going to hold you to that. That's what I'm going to hold you to. There's no such thing as coming back the second time when you owe me the first time to borrow some money. If I loan you money the first time and you tell me you're going to pay me back, and that was what you told me in order to get me to loan you the money in the first place, there is no second time. You can't come back, think a nigga forgot. That's what they do too. They'll let some time go by and then think you forgot about that shit. Hey man, hey cuz, what's up, cuz? Yeah, what's up with you, cuz? Man, I ain't heard from you about 4-5 months. Yeah, it's been a minute. Hey man, cuz, man, check this out. Man, you ain't gonna believe this shit, dog. Yeah, what's up, man? Man, my baby mama got, she lost her job at 7-Eleven, dog, and you get what I'm saying? The labor pool. I went down to the labor pool to get a job, but they wasn't hiring that day. So, cuz, I need to borrow some money from you, cuz. Let me borrow about $100 from you, man, until I get straight. Cuz, you do know that 4-5 months ago, that last time I spoke to you, you said you were gonna pay me back last time. You still haven't paid me back. I borrowed when I borrowed some money for you, they go to acting crazy. Hey, listen, I hate when a nigga do that. They go to acting like they I owe you for real. They go to acting like they forgot they owed you. Yeah, nigga, I haven't forgot just because I ain't said, because you ain't said nothing. Yeah, just because I haven't said anything don't mean I forgot. I just ain't said nothing. I just want to see how long it was going to take you to bring your ass back over here.
True.
To ask me for some more money.
True.
Anyways. As I said before, man, the Virgil Ortiz fight, I think is the biggest fight that could be made for Boots at 154. That's what I believe. And I think there are better fights for Boots up there anyways, right? In other news, we got a little bit more other news. Since certain fighters, there are multiple fighters are guilty of this. There are multiple fighters that are guilty of this. So I want to break this down like a 57 Chevy. Since certain fighters like to compare themselves or certain fighters' camps to Floyd Mayweather, let's break down the difference between the first 10 years of Pretty Boy Floyd's career from 1996 to 2006, and the second half of his the following 10 years, because he fought 20 years. The following 10 years and Money Mayweather from 2007 to 2017. So we're gonna look at Pretty Boy Floyd, 96 to 2006, Money May, 2007 to 2017. This is too easy. Let's break down the contrasts and styles. Pretty Boy Floyd, from 1996 to 2006. I'm reading my opening monologue. What type of style Pretty Boy Floyd had? He was an aggressive boxer puncher. When you compare yourself to Floyd and you are in your 20s, Pretty Boy Floyd was an aggressive boxer puncher that did not get hit. The weight classes he dominated, super featherweight and lightweight. What were some key traits that Floyd had? He had a high offensive output when he was Pretty Boy Floyd. He threw more punches and took more risk offensively. This for you young niggas who like to compare yourself to Floyd Mayweather. Understand what came with being Pretty Boy Floyd. He threw sharp combinations. He used quick, fluid, multiple punch combos, often ending with hooks or uppercuts. He was great. He set a lot of stuff up with feints. He was very reflexive, cat-like reflexes. fought mid-range, knockout power. When he was Pretty Boy Floyd, he had a high KO ratio. He stopped many opponents with speed and precision. He was deadly accurate. When Floyd let a punch go, 10 times out of 10, that bitch gonna land on the target. Athleticism. You get what I'm saying? He was focused defensively. He relied on head movement, footwork, and reflexes rather than the shoulder roll or the Philly shell. Pretty Boy Floyd, he was less conservative. He was willing to engage and exchange when needed be and break down opponents aggressively. Let me give you some examples. Diego Corrales, RIP to Diego Corrales, 2001. That was one of his most dominant offensive performances. And Arturo Gatti in 2005, that was a pure offensive showcase. Money Mayweather, let's go to Money Mayweather. Money Mayweather, late 2007 to 2017. What was his style? Money Mayweather's style was primarily, he was a defensive counterpuncher. Weight class, he dominated. He dominated welterweight, but he went up to light middle. I think to fight Canelo. Had a catchweight or something of that sort. What was his key traits? He was an elite defensive wizard. He perfected the Philly shell, better known as the shoulder roll today, making him nearly untouchable or unhittable, so to speak. Selective punching. When he became Money Mayweather, he was a lot more selective with his punches. He had a lower punch volume, but highly accurate. You get what I'm saying? He picked shots very carefully. So, even though he didn't throw as many punches as he did when he was Pretty Boy Floyd, when he threw that motherfucker, he was deadly accurate. Ring generalship. He controlled the pace, distance, and timing. Made opponents fight his fight. That's what he was able to do when he was Money Mayweather. I'm going to make you fight my fight. He always did that. Clinching and smothering. He did smart clinching and foot position on the inside were used to neutralize threats. So if he got a little close, he'll clinch. Then he'll use foot positioning to neutralize whatever you're trying to do, make the referee break it up, reset, and he take it right back to the middle of the ring. Did you get what I'm saying? He prioritized longevity when he was Money Mayweather. He fought smarter, not harder, as he always say. He was armed. He aimed to pretty much preserve his body and remain unbeaten. Examples of the fights that I'm talking about, Juan Manuel Marquez back in 2009. That was pretty much, he pretty much had his timing on point, and his defense was on point. You know what I mean? Marquez jumped up from lightweight, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And Manny Pacquiao in 2015. That was just pretty much ring IQ, textbook. He pretty much controlled them, kind of like neutralize anything that Manny Pacquiao wanted to do. And in 2013, Saul Canelo Alvarez. You saw what he did to Canelo. He made Canelo look like an amateur in the ring. So let's compare the two styles. One more again. Pretty Boy Floyd's main style. He was an aggressive boxer puncher. He was a high volume puncher. He had a high IQ power. He had quick cat-like reflexes, and he had great movement in the pocket. That was primarily his defensive strategy. Pretty Boy Floyd took more risk, and he dominated and destroyed his opponents. Money Mayweather's main style, he was a defensive counterpuncher. Low to moderate punch output. He, his KO power diminished once he moved up higher in weight. The Philly shell, aka the shoulder roll, was his primarily defensive strategy. As he gotten older, he took less risk as Money May. He took less risk at Money May than he did at Pretty Boy Floyd. And he did that in order to take minimum damage. But to be fair, when he was Pretty Boy Floyd, he didn't take any damage at Pretty Boy Floyd. So when he had an aggressive offensive style, he didn't take any damage. He didn't get hit. And when he had a defensive style in Money Mayweather, he didn't take any damage. He hardly got hit. So two different ways to skin the cat, but the end result is the same. This change was influenced by injuries to his hand. That's when he became a little bit more defensive as Money May. Money May. His increase, it pretty much, as I said before, as he started having those brittle hands and he increased in weight and stuff like that, he got older and stuff like that. So he changed it up a little bit. But that was the difference. So when I hear you talk about comparing yourself to Floyd, that's what I'm looking at. As I said before, I won't even use Pretty Boy Floyd because using Pretty Boy Floyd is unfair. It's unfair. It's really unfair. I just broke down the two different styles. You know what I mean? And how that fighter fought, Floyd Mayweather fought in those two different eras, those two different halves of his career. First 10 years he fought like this. Are you fighting like Floyd did in the first 10 years? I'm saying the fighters who are comparing themselves to Floyd. Are you fighting the way Pretty Boy fought in the first 10 years? That boy, that was deadly. 130, super featherweight and lightweight, that boy, that was deadly. Death by 1,000 cuts. I can't even use that. Like, comparing any of these young fighters who like to compare themselves to Floyd Mayweather, comparing them to Pretty Boy Floyd is cheating. It's honest. It's literally cheating. It's cheating, dog. It's cheating. It ain't even, bro. I wouldn't even do you like that. I wouldn't even do you like that, fam. I wouldn't do you like that. I wouldn't do you like that. It's cheating. I have to take you in your prime right now against an old Floyd in the second half. And you still can't mess with that. You still can't mess with that. All the shit you did right now, you still won't be able to mess with that. We ain't gonna bring up Pretty Boy Floyd. I'm just money. We'll do Money May. We'll take you right now in your prime right now, and you still won't be able to. You still wouldn't be able to compare to the old Floyd. I'm saying from a skill set standpoint. I mean, just the way he fought. No, what? Forget the skill set. I'm not even talking about skill set. I'm talking about from a mentality standpoint. And mentality. A mentality standpoint. You get what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Crosby. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a dub. He said it's chic to Oscar. He said, I got a contract between me and you. Your shows are the most entertaining on YouTube. He said, great job, coach. Hey, shout out to Crosby, man. I appreciate that, fam. Shout out to New Country. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam, dub on your boy. He said, yo, coach. He say, there's only one thing that can effectively counter the Mama Holyfield headbutt. Hey, Samoan. He break through the hairline and everything. Hey, look here, man. Hey, now let me tell you something. Those Samoans, them some big mofos, dog. No Diddy. I'm like, man, listen, I met a Samoan dude. I'm like, God damn, that's motherfucker. I mean, even the women, even the Samoan women are big. Bro.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Yeah, man. I'm sitting around this mug. I'm like, man, shit. Yeah, man. I'm like, man, this shit be too easy, man. But before we get into the show, listen. I gotta let y'all hear what Oscar had to say. Then I'm gonna drop the phone lines. But y'all know what it is, man. Shout out to the Prince of Pan-Africanism, Dr. Umar Johnson. You know what it is. You did.
See your eyes shining. She's my snow bunny, please. In the winter lights, so she's my sweet Dr. Queen. Talk to my nose, this love has got it so raw. Make you move, stepping out of control.
Run it up, it's me against the light.
Snow bunny,
Moving on the bar, everything's alright. Got that smooth soul feel.
no, that's
Dance a little along with my snow. Run it up, then party night.
see your eyes shining. She's my snow bunny, please. In the winter lights, so she's my sweet Dr. Queen. Talk to
little bit of Snow Bunny Love, you know, number one on the charts, you know what I mean? You know, it's platinum in the hood. Snow Bunny Love, the Snow Bunny Love tour is coming to a city near you. A Snow Bunny Love tour is coming to a city near you. We're gonna have all of the background dancers and everything. Number one on the charts in the hood. You get what I'm saying? Man, I'm trying to tell you, boy. Man, I'm talking about, man, shit. Hey, shout out to CJ from the 504. Shout out to Jason Phillips. Let's see what Oscar De La Hoya had to say. Now, as I said before, shout out to Bruce Gas. The people are saying that Oscar De La Hoya is hiding behind, you know, let me tell you something. He can't afford the way Ryan Garcia look off that juice. They saying, man, we can't afford to have him lose no more, man. Like, he lost to Rolly. Rolly Romero was supposed to be in the tune-up. Come to find out, Ryan Garcia is nothing but a tune-up. So, so we got to, we got to go back to what we was doing in the beginning. What's that? Cherry picking and ducking.
True.
But Oscar, what about the contract we signed to fight Devin Haney? Bill Haney was on Coach Malachi's show, and he said that he's going to, he wants to honor the contract that we signed. We can't get out of that. We can't get out of it. Don't worry about it, Ryan. I got it. I'm gonna take care of it. I'm gonna go talk to Bill right now. Oscar, what are you doing? don't worry. So Oscar got his girlfriend there. What's her name? Molly. What's a girlfriend named Molly? Oscar, what are you doing? We're on set right now. Oh, don't worry about it, Molly. I got to go across the street right quick. Ryan is worried. I got to go across the street right now. Go talk to Bill Haney. Talk to Bill Haney for what? You got the thong on in the Diddy baby oil. Yeah, don't worry about it. Everybody knows what I'm about. Come on, I'm finna go across the street. So they go across the street. Do. Bill open the door. Bill open the door. Hey, Bill, what's going on, buddy? Look, the contract that we signed for the rematch. Yeah, what's up, Oscar? What you gonna do? We supposed to have a rematch in October. We're not gonna have a rematch anymore. What do you mean? We got the contract. We signed the contract. We agreed that I agreed to drop the lawsuit, and exchange you signed the contract to fight. Yes, I know. You dropped the lawsuit. And so we got to bind the contract. Yeah, I know we got to bind the contract, but the fight ain't happening. Your son is a runner. We don't like the way he ran the last fight, and we don't think it'll be a good fight. So that's it. Wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute. How you gonna say my son Dev ain't no runner? I employed that style just for one fight. What about all the other fights he had where he didn't run? He didn't run against George Kambosos. He didn't run against Lomachenko. He didn't run against Jorge Linares. He didn't run against doggone we fought Loma, Regis Prograis. Yeah, he ran the one fight, but that's just one fight. You can't brand my son a runner just off one performance that I told him to do. Yeah, but Bill, I get what you're saying, man. But I dropped the lawsuit, Oscar. You told me you was gonna give me the fight. Yeah, Bill, but we're going in a different direction. Okay, buddy, I'll talk to you.
True.
Yeah, man.
True.
Oscar don't walk back across the street. Oscar don't walk back across the street. And they were like, man, shit, Ryan. But listen, Ryan not gonna beat this version. Ryan ain't gonna beat this version of doggone Ryan ain't gonna beat this version of doggone Devin Haney. I can promise you that. He would not beat this version of Devin Haney.
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay. All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches.
No, I'm putting cases. Hey, I just see Bill right now. I just see Bill. I can see Bill right now.
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay. All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches.
Hey. I'm gonna bring that lawsuit back. Matter of fact, we need to call Bill. Hey, we need to call Bill. I need to find out about that lawsuit too. Yeah, Bill. Now that the Ryan Garcia rematch is officially up in smoke. What about that lawsuit? Do you plan on picking the lawsuit back up or what? What's up? If I'm Bill, the lawsuit, I'm bringing the lawsuit back. Fuck it. If I'm Bill Haney, no, we going all out the lawsuit, dog. No, dog, you ain't finna get away like that. Running like Roger Rabbit. running like Roger Rabbit. You want to run like Roger Rabbit. Hey, shout out to Miss Black Panther. Yeah, hey, look here. Hey, look here, baby boy. You want to run like Roger Rabbit after you don't trick us into dropping this lawsuit. Hey, you don't trick us into dropping this lawsuit. We thinking that you know, that if we drop the lawsuit, we gonna get the fade. We got to run it back against the drug cheat, and you don't pull the old 52 fake out. You get what I'm saying? Hey, you don't pull the old 52 fake out. Hey, what the girl name? Hey, what the girl was it? Lucy on Charlie Brown. Is that Lucy, right? Yeah, Lucy. Lucy is the one. She the one that, you know, Chuck. Come on, Chuck. Kick the football through the goal, Chuck. You can do it. No, Lucy. Every time I do it, you're just gonna pull the ball away like you did last time. Oh, no, I'm not, Chuck. I'm not gonna do it. Just sign the contract. Bill. Just sign the contract. I promise. We'll give you the rematch. Oh, Oscar, come on, Oscar. Oscar, you think you sleep? Oscar, you think you sleep? I know. Listen, I know what you're gonna do. I know what you're gonna do, Oscar. As soon as I sign the contract, you know, saying that I'm gonna drop the lawsuit, you know, so you gonna pull away. Ain't pull away. Hey man, they don't pull. I'm like, oh man, yeah, the bill don't fail. Man, look here. This why see, I ain't never have a problem with the lawsuit. Y'all had a problem with the lawsuit. Listen, y'all had a problem with the lawsuit. I ain't never have a problem with the lawsuit. Yeah, it was y'all. I had a problem with suing for battery. I had a problem with the battery now. Shout out to Sheila. I had a problem with the battery. Now the rest of the lawsuit I ain't had no issues with. Like, yeah, man, you can't be, man. You can't be, you get what I'm saying? So you can't be, you get what I'm saying? You can't be doing that. Now for battery, no, you know you did. Hey, as soon as Oscar told Bill that nah, man, we know the rematch over with, null and void. This Bill right here.
Hulk Hogan, yeah. You see, you don't know where the Macho Man is coming from? Yeah, you're right. You don't know anything about the Macho Man, Randy Savage, and where I'm coming from. Because it's mind-boggling to you, yeah. How one man could make it to the top of the World Wrestling Federation mountain, yeah. All by myself. No pukesters helping me to the left, and no pukesters helping me to the right. Didn't need them then, don't need them now. And another person I don't need is Elizabeth either.
He says, no pukesters over there helping me to the left, and no pukesters over there helping me to the right. Didn't need them then, don't need them now. What?
Yeah, because I'm the champion by myself, all by myself. You don't know where I'm coming from, Hulk Hogan, this Sunday afternoon. But I know where you're coming from, yeah. I know everything about Hulk Hogan, yeah. I know what makes you tick, yeah. And you've got the audacity, yeah, to say that in WrestleMania 5, that Hulkamania is gonna survive. You don't know me, Hulk Hogan. You don't know where I'm coming from. After I'll beat you with that big elbow and pin you 1, 2, 3, guaranteed victory. I'm going to tell you and all the pukesters out there one last time before this Sunday afternoon. Hulkamania is dead.
He said, okay. He said, I'm going to tell you one more time. Hulkamania is dead. What the fuck he was on? Boy, he was on some good scuttle butter.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
He was so good. He said, hey, how you top that? How you top that promo? How you top that? Hey, how you top that one? How you top that? Hey. Oh man, bro, I could say no pukesters over there with me to the left and no pukesters over there with me to the right. Didn't need them then, don't need them now. I said, he was that good. Boy, he was that good scuttle butter, boy.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Well, I'm trying to tell you, boy, goddamn, boy, what he was on. Hey, hold on, what he was on, boy. I'm like, hey, he go Oscar. Hey, he go Oscar right here. Hold on. Hey, he go Oscar.
Winning. His stock is super down. I mean, everybody's talking. I mean,
thank you. There are days I miss it.
To fight rematch.
It'd be hard to go back
Devin
to
and
all
Ryan.
that on weekends. Oh, you okay?
Oh, but it just doesn't. It just doesn't merit a rematch. I don't think it really. I mean,
thank you. There are days I miss it.
Devin
but
actually lost. You know, winning.
Devin lost. Oscar Dela Hoya he said Devin lost winning. Yeah, but he really doesn't want the rematch. He said it doesn't want the rematch. And then he said Devin lost winning. Yeah, man, he lost winning, dog. He lost winning. You know you can lose. You know you can win and lose at the same time, dog. Hey, man.
Stock is super down. I mean, everybody's talking. I'm just stating facts here. People are talking about, you know, him just being a runner, like not a boxer. There's something about a boxer like Pernell Whitaker, like you know, Meldrick Taylor, like you know, Sweet Pea, you know. Those are boxers, you know, beautiful. This guy's a runner. Why would I want
This guy's a runner.
See that, right?
He's just a wonderful human being. We'll fight.
I'm just stating facts.
Oscar say, he's a runner. I'm just saying, you know. I mean, Devin Haney, he said he lost. He said he lost by winning. So lose by winning. He said Devin Haney, you know, he lost by winning. You know, he lost by winning. Well, that's a hell of a spin job. That's a hell of a spin job right there, dog. Yeah, man. People saying he's a runner now, man. We don't want to fight no runner, man. I mean, you know, it's bad enough I got to run to get in shape for the fight. Then I got to run some more once I get in the fight. I didn't sign up for this. Oh man, this dude.
I know I'm retired.
You guys are trying to build up to another fight.
Go black. So.
I like that you've been working back in your house.
Don't look at it too hard, cabrón.
Hey, Oscar, so why no more?
Oscar don't give a damn. He don't give a damn if they look at his girl. Oscar really don't care. I like Oscar, man. Oscar got some of that good, man. Oscar got some of that good scuttle butter.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Well, just imagine how much coke they snort. Him and his lady snort. Man, I bet him and her, man, she getting all that goddamn plastic surgery. I mean, she ugly. She ugly in the motherfucker. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, Oscar, this ain't no shade. Now I ain't talking about your old lady. I apologize. I'm out of pocket with that. I ain't mean to talk about your old lady, but I'm just saying, dog. You know, she is kind of ugly.
Rematch because of the loss, or
I know I'm retired.
You guys are trying to build up to another fight.
Rematch.
It'd be hard to go back
Devin
to
and
all
Ryan.
that on weekends. Oh, you okay?
Oh, but it just doesn't. It just doesn't merit a rematch. I don't think it really.
He said he just you know it just doesn't, you know, it just. You know, I mean, you know, hey, they don't want Devin Haney to get, they won't dare to run it back. No, man, you know, Ryan. They didn't like what they saw in Ryan. That's what it was.
So it's fine.
I mean,
thank you. There are days I miss it.
Devin
but
actually lost, winning. His stock is super down. I mean, everybody's talking.
He said Devin lost winning, and his stock is super down. He said his stock is super down. So what's Ryan Garcia's stock? Okay, to be fair, let's say Oscar De La Hoya is right. Devin Haney's stock has went down. Let's say I was around with that. What is Ryan Garcia's stock? Mason said he did lose winning. Hey Mason.
True.
Hey, Mason say now he did lose winning. Now the nigga was right. But what's Ryan Garcia's stock though? Ryan Garcia, okay, both of them stock got to be down at this point. It only makes sense now. I mean, both of y'all stock down, so you know your stock down from losing and your stock down from winning. So you know y'all might as well go ahead, man. Just go ahead and get this shit over with right now. Now I kind of feel bad because hey Mason, hey, shout out to Reggie Owens. I kind of feel bad because Bill Haney dropped the lawsuit. See, he tricked them boys to drop that lawsuit. He don't trick Bill. He don't out-slick the slicker. Listen, he don't out-slick the slicker. You get what I'm saying? He don't trick them boys. Shout out to E-Money. What's going on, fam? You know what I mean? Them boys don't drop the lawsuit, man. And man, come on, fam.
I'm just stating facts here.
But
actually lost, you know. It just doesn't merit a rematch. I don't think it really. I mean,
thank you. There are days I miss it.
Devin actually lost, you know, winning. His stock is super down. I mean, everybody's talking. I'm just stating facts here. People are talking about, you know, him just being a runner, like not a boxer. There's something about a boxer like Pernell Whitaker, like you know, Maldrick Taylor, like you know, Sweet Pea, you know. Those are boxers, you know, beautiful. This guy's a runner. Why would I want to see that? Right?
It's a wonderful situation.
Talk to me, bro.
One last thing, Oscar. The story that you put with PBC, is there something brewing there with partnering up with PBC, Oscar?
I will work with anybody to make the best fights
we are planning
possible.
Something right now.
That's it. So
maybe there's a third
PBC,
part to that because they ended
Top Rank,
kind of abruptly
anybody.
Oscar feeling good. But Oscar on that good scuttle butter right there. You know, he haven't had a whole lot, but he on that good scuttle butter right there.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, you can tell, but I see scuttle butter. I say that's that scuttle butter look right there. Boy, that's that scuttle butter look right there. You get what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I mean? No pukesters with me to the left, and no pukesters over there with me to the right. Didn't need them then. Don't need them now. I'm going to say one thing to Hulk Hogan and the Hulkamaniacs. You know, what he said? He said Hulkamania is dead. Nigga, Hulkamania is dead. Say Hulkamania. Hulkamania. Hey, those we got. Hey, we gotta ride. Hey, look here, man. Hey, listen, I'm on this Edgar Berlanga bandwagon right now, dog. We ride with Edgar Berlanga all the way to the top. That's what we do. We ride right now. We ride with Edgar Berlanga, the Prince of Puerto Rico, the King of New York, the new face of boxing, the cash cow. You get what I'm saying? Right now, the capo of the terror squad. He the capo. You get what I'm saying? You know, he the underboss of the terror the underboss of the terror squad. We ride. Listen, man, right now, fam, we ride with Edgar Berlanga.
Well, you know, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and saying Al Heyman.
You get what I'm saying?
Don't everybody believe in Google? Go Google that shit.
You know.
They said another gave you niggas money.
Boy, you give niggas some money, boy, nigga don't know how to act. Anyway, I'm gonna drop these phone lines, man. Hey, look here, man. Listen, man. That's fucked up, dog. That's fucked up. I think that's fucked up, dog. Like, how you gonna get the dudes? How you gonna get the dudes to talk about doggone dropping the lawsuit? Then they drop the lawsuit, fam. Man, come on, fam.
Yep, that's right. I'm running things. I'm running things. Cream corn. That's why they call me that. Smooth. I got more measure for your pleasure. Stick with me, baby. I'll have you farting through silk. And let a nigga mess with me. I'll jump on him. All 93 pounds of pure dynamite.
Yeah, man, you know what I mean. We got that Puerto Rican assassin terror squad. You know, I think I got a terror squad T-shirt coming in the mail. You know, hey, I think I got a terror squad T-shirt coming in the mail. You get what I'm saying? Hey, there, what it is, man. Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie, man. Oh, man, something telling me to call this dude, man. Y'all call the show, fam.
You want to talk some shit? Call me. Start some shit, bitch.
Sup, fool? You gonna talk shit about me, homie? Where you from?
Hundreds of niggas is waiting for your motherfucking call, and they all talking shit about you right now.
Call the coach at 530-494-9636. We waiting on your bitch ass. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm like, man, come on, fam. Man, don't drop that lawsuit. Man, hey, bro. You get what I'm saying? I gotta look, bro. I'm gonna keep it all the way live. Matter of fact, hold on. Hey, shout out to Ricky. Rick, what's going on? Hey, Rick, what's going on, brother?
Well, you know, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and sing Al Heyman.
Hey, okay. I'm dropping that. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Shout out to Rick, man, dropping that dub. Hey, shout out to Big Boss. Hey, okay. Dropping that $2 super chat. He said Oscar sounded like Mauricio. Hey, bro. Hey, you know what? Oscar Dela Hoya funny. I like the way Oscar talk. Oscar sound like, you know, the way he talk, he sound like he's singing. I'll call hold on. I mean, who doesn't want that? Like, I think, I'm gonna be honest. Who wants to see that? Devin Haney is looked upon as a runner. He's gonna be running around the ring. You get what I'm saying? That's how them listen, that's how them Chicago talk over there in East LA. Shout out to Big Boss. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a dub. He said, "Our Florida boy." He said, "Edgar, our Florida boy." He gonna break Pakistani Antonio Banderas in half in July. Hey man, look here, I can't really claim Edgar Berlanga because he New York. He Brooklyn, he Brooklyn to the bone. So, I can't really say he a Florida boy. We can't, we can't really say that, but I'm gonna ride with him because I like his ice. He got some nice ice.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Jamie from New York.
Hey, Jamie, what's going on, fam?
Yes, sir. What's happening, folks? Bro, there is no way in hell that Macho Man Randy Savage was not on drugs when the day he filmed that promo, bro. That shit was funny as hell, man. Brought back memories, coach.
Yeah, he was definitely on coke. Yeah, that was the cocaine and steroid.
Yeah,
everybody was on coke. Everybody was on coke at that time.
Yeah, man. Yes, sir. That was that era. Now, Oscar, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. I mean, I know that rematch is gonna happen, bro. It's too big not to. It's gonna happen, bro. Sooner or later. I know he's a promoter now, and he's trying to protect his fighter. That's all. I remember when Oscar turned pro, he wanted all the smoke. Whoever was the best fighter in the weight class he was in, he fought. His first championship fight was against Rafael Ruelas. That guy was no joke. And he stopped him early. Then he was fighting tune-up fights, coach. Like people like Jesse James Leija, John Molina. Those were top opponents at the time. And those were tune-up for him. But anyways, look, coach. The truth is, Oscar and Bill Haney are beefing. And he doesn't want to give the Haneys the satisfaction of getting their lick back. He knows Haney will beat Ryan, bro. I still don't understand like how the hell you lose to Rolly Romero. I know he's still pissed about that. His boy's not ready, man. And I don't want to hear excuses from like Ryan talking about ring rust. Motherfucker, you had a whole year to prepare for this night, and you still fucked up. You know, these fighters today, they need to stay in the gym, bro. I don't want to hear that fucking excuses, man. But for a Manny Pacquiao, coach, it's gonna be a beating, bro. You know what I mean? I was talking to a kid in the chat earlier. I'm trying to tell him that it's not that Barrios. Yeah, Barrios is a decent fighter. He's not an elite fighter, but he's a good fighter. The thing is that he's in his prime. You know what I mean? Look, man, I'm 53. There's no way in hell I'm going to root against Manny Pacquiao. I will be cheering for him. But, brother, the longer the fight goes, the worse it's going to be for him. He needs to. I hope that Barrios stops him quick, early for his health. Because, again, bro, it's going to be brutal. Pacquiao's past his prime. He's been past his prime. And, man, I don't give him a chance, coach. I know I heard you, talk about it earlier. You feel the same way. But I don't know how, they ranked this guy number 5. So I asked you this, coach. I don't know if you want to look it up, but who's the top 4 fighters then? If he's ranked number 5.
Yeah, I looked it up already. I can't. I don't have it up right now. Yeah, but I looked it up. Yeah, he's number 5.
Okay,
and there's 4 of them. Yeah.
But these motherfuckers have nothing to say. Like seriously, bro, you guys are afraid of
there's nothing they can do. Mauricio Sulaiman, the sanction bodies, they do what they want to do. When have you ever known a fighter to be able to do something, tell the sanction body what to do? That's never happened.
That's true, man. That's true, bro. But look, man, the Manny Pacquiao name holds a lot of weight. That's why this is happening. Barrios, cherry picking. But either or, man, the guy's in his prime, and he's gonna beat the shit out of Pacquiao. Respect from New York, coach.
That's good for him. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So, Mario Barrios and Ugas, they probably got the same skill set, Mario Barrios and Ugas. Look what Mario Barrios is. Ugas is able to do to Manny Pacquiao 3.5 years ago. Now, this is Manny Pacquiao 3.5 years later. Jamie say Mario Barrios in his prime for whatever that's worth, because Mario Barrios ain't no hell of a fighter. But yeah, man. But yet and still, yeah, I got him, man. Come on, fam. You ain't gotta be no hell of a fighter to beat no Manny Pacquiao right now. You younger than him. You an active boxer. You know what I mean? So yeah, he gonna get his ass whooped. He gonna get his ass whooped. Listen, guess what? All the other like Boots, I see Boots probably gonna have to move up. He's not gonna become undisputed that doggone 4-47. I don't see it. But him being the size that he is, and he's outgrowing the division. He's gonna have to wait on Mario Barrios. Listen, Mario Barrios, boy, they can run a round robin with that WBC belt. I pulled up the WBC not too long ago. I pulled them up, and I'm telling you, it's 4 more dudes ahead of him. He could just say, Mario Barrios can say, yeah, I'm just going to stay I'm going to only fight in the WBC. I'm gonna fight within the realms of the WBC. That's it. That's it. I'm gonna just fight within the realms of the WBC. I don't want no unification matches. I'm gonna pick and choose who I want to fight within the top 15 or top 20 of the WBC. That's it. He gonna hold that belt hostage. Hey, Ali, he gonna hold that belt hostage, fam. You can forget that. Shout out to Weedy. He said, Coach, when Pacquiao left Top Rank, he had a 3-fight deal with the PBC. Is this his last fight on the deal? No, he not. No, that fight. That deal been up. When he fought, that deal been up, fam. He fought Keith Thurman. He fought Adrian Broner, and he fought Keith Thurman, Adrian Broner, and he fought Ugas. Yeah, and he fought Ugas. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what up, Coach? Coach Eddie from ATL.
Coach Eddie, talk to me.
What's up, brother? Have you seen Devin Haney's hit list? Have you seen that?
Man, Do that. Was that Devin Haney's hit list or Bill Haney's hit list?
It's Bill Haney. Bill Haney got 10 people on his hit list that he got.
You believe that?
You know, he got. Well, nah. I mean, he may get some of these guys on there. Not all of them though. It's impossible. You know, he got Lopez, Shakur Stevenson, Tank Davis. Somebody want to fight Boots, Brian Norman, Barrios. You know, Keyshawn Davis, Roley, Conor Ben, and Ryan Garcia. So that's his hit list right there. I don't know. That seems like a pretty stiff list.
Man, come on, fam. That's like in a perfect world, you know. That's like, yeah, man, a perfect world, dog. Yeah, man, I have me a house on the hill with the white picket fence, you know, or in a perfect world. Like, come on, fam. Like, you know it don't work like that. Yeah, we got a hit list.
Nah.
Yeah, we go. Come on, fam. No, I you know, I don't have it in front of me. Somebody send it to me. The hit list. Hey, man, come on, fam. I don't believe that.
Yeah,
shit.
he got the hit list, man. It's like one thing about it, at least they know they don't have to fight a name to get the type of money that they want to fight, you know, to get every time they fight. So they got pretty much everybody on there is some type of name or whatever, you know, outside of Roley.
Roley name on there?
Yeah, they put Roley on there too. Yeah, Roley on there too. On the hit list. He got 10 people on that hit list, man. But I think they capping somebody they want to fight Boots, man.
You think he get by Roley? Think Devin get by Roley?
He should be able to. He should be able to if he boxing move. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have to stick and move. Don't get caught up.
No, Roley.
I think he put Boots on there. I think he captain when somebody want to fight Boots and Brian Norman. I don't think he want them two guys, man.
Yeah, nah.
I think he might be doing some cloud chasing on that, man.
I don't believe none of that. I don't believe anything dealing with. Now again, I would love to see it. Oh, I would love to see it. Trust me, like I do not believe in putting no fight in the witness protection program. If you like it, I love it. I would love to see it, but I just think it's cap. You ain't talking about the only boots I think they're gonna talk about fighting is some cowboy boots that they're gonna put on. And
boots on the ground, where them fans at,
or Puss in Boots or whatever. But you know, and some call boots from Philly Puss in Boots. I know I used to call them Puss in Boots myself. But and Brian Norman, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Those are stylistic nightmares. You have no tactical advantages against those guys. They're bigger than you. They can cut that ring off. You know, I know Boots didn't do it. They cut the ring off well against Karen in the first fight, but he won damn near every round. So you get what I'm saying? He won damn near every round. So for the most part, so yeah, man, I don't see it, fam. I don't see it. Boxing is about matchups.
Yeah,
you know that, Coach Eddie. You know
they want to fight Conor Ben too.
They don't want to fight neither one of those guys. Now Conor Ben, because Conor, he kind of green when it comes to footwork and boxing and all that stuff there. So they might stand a good chance with Conor Ben. I can see that. But Conor Ben is mostly just a puncher. I don't think he can outbox a Devin Haney, but you know, he has that X factor. He can crack, he can punch, and if he lands something, you get what I'm saying? Ain't no telling how Dev gonna react to it. So that might be a dangerous fight as well. But I don't listen. They got to get by Roley. They might have to get by Roley first. You get what I'm saying,
Yep.
Coach Ed? I don't know about that. I don't know about again. I got Devin Haney winning the fight. Devin Haney skill wise is better than Rolly Romero's. However, Rolly Romero got that retarded strength. You know, he got that retarded strength now, so he mess around and catch Dale one of them bolos. ain't no telling what's gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's why they trying to land that Teofimo Lopez fight. I think they trying to push for that fight. I think they like that matchup better than the Teo fight. You know what I'm saying? Big Rolo.
I don't know. Big Rolo throwing bolos.
Exactly.
All right, shout out to Coach Eddie.
Yeah, but yes, sir.
Go ahead. Hey, Big Rolo. Big Rolo. Hey, Big Rolo. Big Rolo throwing bolos. But bro, rolling, you know, he got that retarded shrimp now. Shit, I'm trying to tell you, boy. Must have ride, boy. Shit, he fuck around and hit a nigga with that shit, boy. Ain't no goddamn, I'm telling you, boy. Like motherfucker be like goddamn handyman. You know what I mean? Shit. Hey, I don't know. I don't know, man. Hold on. Where that list at? Let me see. Can I find the list? He said the list. I didn't see that. Let me see. Bill. So who put the list out? Was it? Who put the list out? What I wanted to put the list out. Let me see. Was it he said, well, Bill Haney? Who put the list out? Hey, Bill Mason said, Bill, me this shit. But they got a hit list. Boy, yeah, we got a list, dog. So we got a list right here. Let's see who we got. Pork Chop Willie, check. That's the first one. Whole Cake Cheese, check. That's the second one. Shotty Big Nuts, check. That's the third one. Hobo Sam, check. That's the fourth one. Chico Stick, check. You know what I mean? You know, Piggly Wiggly, check. Mike the mobile mechanic, check. Bob the cable guy, check. Steve the Amazon delivery driver, check. Yeah, we got a hit list right here, dog. A strong hit list. Let's see. Rainbow Bright, check. The Care Bears, check. Mr. Snuffleupagus off of Sesame Street, check. I'm like, yeah, we got a hit list right here, dog. See, you get what I'm saying? Like, we want all the smoke. Where this list at? Let me find this list. Hold on. Oh, here it go right here. Somebody sent it to me. All right, let's see what's up. Bill got a list, huh? All right, let's see. You got a list? Yeah, I haven't seen this one here. Hey. That bullshit. Hey, goddamn, I got a list, dog. Listen. If you got a list full of killers, you showed up, boy. Listen, I gotta call Cap. On this. Let me see what's up. Let's see.
That was a fluke on the 20th of April. Now, that's one and that's 10. So we got 8 other guys mixed in there. Boots is in there on some at some capacity. Connor Ben is in there. Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis, Richard Hitchinson. You got Mario Barrios. You got Brian Norman. How many is that, Nat? Because I don't know if I don't know if no team that came on and said that we have the equipment, we have the style. Hold on. Hey, here you go. Hey, here you go right here.
I am sick of hearing these bullshit Superman stories about the Wassa legendary Bruce Leroy catching bullets with his teeth. Catches bullets with his teeth. Nigga, please.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, can we sell it?
I can't hear you, fam. You got me on the Bluetooth?
So I'm trying to iPhone. You hear me now?
No, you sound real muffled.
Sound real low?
Yeah, sound real low.
Let me tap on my AirPod on real quick. My bad.
Hey, shout out to John. John, what's going on, fam? Listen.
Hey, boss, you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you better. Go ahead.
Oh, my bad. Yeah. I'm test driving right now in Pasadena.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hey, yeah, so I want to talk about real quick about the Dela Hoya saying that he don't want to give Haney a rematch.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame him because I mean, we see what Haney did, and then we seen that Rand, just got he just lost all motivation when he got dropped. And Dela Hoya about that money, who's gonna pay to see that?
Yeah, but to be fair, Devin Haney, he only ran that one fight. If you look at his career, he's not known for doing that. So is it fair to label him a runner based off of one fight coming off a devastating loss to Ryan Garcia? Or he may do something different the next time. Who knows?
Yeah, no, of course, but I mean, let's be honest. How many times has what I remember, Haney's only has two pay-per-views, right? And the first pay-per-view was sold for like 30,000. He's not a big draw, right? So he's not Tank. He ain't gonna knock you out, right? So I mean, he don't got a knockout punch no matter what. He don't. Let's just be straight up. He don't have that in his blood. He don't got that dynamite. He's got skills. He's like a Pernell Whitaker. No, we
ain't gonna do that. No, we ain't gonna do that. He ain't like no Pernell Whitaker.
No, not. Of course not. I was gonna say, of course not. Come on now. I'm 45. I'm from the 90s. I'm from the 90s. Believe me, I've seen all the. I'm just saying he's not a thumper.
Yeah.
No. There's rest in peace for now. Come on now. What I'm trying to say is he's that style. He's not a thumper. So I'm like. Nowadays, in streaming, this is not back in the 90s, early 2000s. Everybody streams unless it's going to be a legit fight. Then you'll be like, you know what? I don't want to take the chance. I don't want to miss it. I'm going to pay for this, So I already know, like, this is not the time for that. I mean, let Ryan fight somebody else. Hopefully, hopefully gets his confidence back and gets his money, knocks him out. And then let Devin actually fight somebody without running like that fight. Then bring it back, But to fight next, that would be he's just taking the money out of his pocket. I mean, that's what I think. Because there's still time, they're still young. Why does it have to be the next fight? You know what I mean? Once you want it to build up, because we gotta still see from Devin, is he still like shocked? Is he still gonna be running? Is he still have that in his head? Only he knows because he's the one that he was in the ring. He's the one that got hit. He's the only one that knows. We don't know. We could say all this and that. We don't know because we weren't the one getting those hits.
So what about Ryan Garcia though? You said you said we need to see if Devin gonna run again his next fight. But what do you need to see from Ryan Garcia? Like what is it that you want to see? Like who does he fight? If he don't fight Devin Haney, who does Ryan Garcia fight next?
Well, I just said hopefully he fights Brody and he does what he's supposed to do and knocks him out this time.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, believe me. Yeah, hey, I paid for that fight. I'm not happy with Ryan. There's no excuses here, man. I'm from East LA. We get busy, We don't with that little pussy shit. We don't do none of that,
Yeah, but Ryan Garcia, he ain't from East LA though.
Nah, he's from Victorville. That's a whole nother area, You know what I mean? I've seen better fights in the pin,
Yeah.
And that's what dudes that don't know how to fight, fucking swimming and shit. And I see more excitement. What I'm trying to say is just that, believe me, he's not. We're not happy with him. We're not like, it's all Haney's fault. We know Brian dropped the bag, but Haney didn't help himself either. So nobody's gonna pay. We're gonna stream that shit. I ain't gonna pay. I have damn well paid for that fight and the Canelo. I'm not paying $90 for those two bum ass fights again like that. There's no way,
Yeah.
And so what I'm trying to say is we need to see something. I need to see something out of Haney, and I definitely need to see something out of Ryan, Because I don't believe all that auctioning crap that that's the reason why. No, I believe like Rolly had Ryan's number from back in the day. I believe Ryan had Haney's number. They had fought 6 times, 3-3, and the times that Ryan won, he won by from what I hear from everything, he won by like hurting him. I wasn't there, obviously, with you. So he won by hurting him, and then Haney won by like technical. So obviously he felt more comfortable. That's my theory. Same thing with Rolly. Rolly felt more comfortable. Rolly's like, man, I was jumping on him when we sparred. What's the difference, And I think it came flashbacks, That's my theory. I could be wrong, you know.
I really shout out,
What do
salute to you, fam. Hey,
you
shout out to Justin, man. LA, salute, fam. Hey, he's up from East LA. Yeah, man, we wanna. Yeah, man, yeah, Ryan Garcia from East LA though. You get what I'm saying? Hey, Carl, hold on. He would have told, yeah, man, I'm from East LA, man. I wanna see him get that get back with Rolly. And I'm like, yeah, man, but East LA, we ain't soft. None of that. Yeah, but Ryan is from East LA though. You get what I'm saying? So the East LA argument don't work with Ryan Garcia. You get what I'm saying? He from Victorville. However, but I get what he's saying. You do want to see him running back with Rolly Romero to see if it was a fluke. I don't even know if, like, again, without that Osterman, man, ain't no telling. Caller, what's the name you calling from?
Yeah, this is Curtis Robinson from D-More, coach.
Hey, Curtis Robinson, talk to me, brother.
Yeah, man. Really, man, seriously, I think, man, that Ryan don't really want that fight. That's why Oscar did what he did, you know, because he know what Dad's gonna put on him.
Yeah, a lot of people feel that way. A lot of people feel that way.
Yeah, because Dad, like they were saying, Dad was running the first time from Ramirez, but I ain't got him running. If they rematch that, I ain't got Dad running. But Dad playing defense, you know, because he don't want to set the cameras no more.
Yeah. You don't think, but do you think it's fair to label Devin Haney as a runner based on that one fight, based on this performance against Jose Ramirez?
He playing that defense, you know. Dad always was the person who liked to stick and move. So that's what Senior Mayweather, trained him, how to stick and move. Yeah.
So he was sticking and moving. He was
sticking and moving. That's what it's called. Sticking and moving. It's called hitting and don't get hit.
Yes, sir.
That's what it's called. Hitting and don't get hit.
Yes, sir. All right, listen, man.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Cause I appreciate you, man. Be more stand up. Yes, sir. That's right. It's called hitting and don't get hit. That's right. We're sticking and moving. You know what I mean? So we sticking and moving right now. We moving and sticking. Hey, hold on. Matter of fact, let me see if let me call. I need to find out about this shit here, man. He ain't you get what I'm saying? Hold on, let's go here. I'm gonna call. Yeah, matter of fact, I was just gonna call Bill. I want to find out what's up with that lawsuit. I'll call her. What's the name you calling from?
Yo, coach, this is Victor from Houston, man. What's up?
Victor from Houston, talk to me.
Hey, man, I'd rather see the Robbie fight that you were saying in there instead of the Devin Haney fight and Ryan, man, to be honest. That's an action-packed fight, bro, with them Robbies. Imagine if we start training them. The kind of fight we're going to get, man.
But listen, okay, why you don't want to see the rematch? Like, Devin, did you think that, they really wanted this rematch according to what his father was saying on here? And now for Oscar to be able to, they was promoting the fight, promoting the rematch in the lead up to the Fatal Fury card. Everybody assumed that, that Haney was going to win, which he won, and Devin and Ryan Garcia was going to win, which he lost. And so now, you don't think that Ryan should at least want to try to prove that he can beat Devin Haney without the Osterman, or for Devin Haney to prove that it was the Osterman was the reason why he lost, that he can really beat Ryan Garcia? You don't want to see that, or no?
Not really, man, because I feel like it's going to be a super boring fight. Because Ryan is going to be, unsecure of doing the same thing again. And Devin is going to try to play it safe. I feel like he's going to fight the same fight that he fought with, Ramirez, or even more scared, because now he got the guy, that put that whooping on him in front of him. So he might win, but it's going to be a boring ass fight, man. That's what I feel.
Okay. All right, but listen, man, thank you for calling the show, brother. Salute. Shout out to Victor, man, Houston. I'm texting Bill right now. I'm texting him right now. I'm finna call him. I want to find out what's up. He said Ryan don't have that can of spinach. Hey, he said, hey, nah, me. He say Ryan don't have that can of spinach. Nah, dog, you were here, dog. I'm sticking to my story. Explain to me, why the man didn't look the same, dog. The man wasn't, he had them veins popping out his neck no more. None of that. The man didn't look the same. Y'all talking about, you get what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I don't get that, man. Oscar need to cut that out. Oscar need to cut that out, man. I know what he's doing. Carter, what's your name? You calling from?
Hey, Coach, it's Jerry from Baltimore.
Jerry from Beatmore, talk to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's messed up how it happened. I mean, they had that card basically to promote the rematch between the two of them, Haney and what's his name, Ryan. And it couldn't have went any worse, really. Ryan lost, had no fire in his belly like he did when he fought Haney in his last fight. He just got in there routinely. He just lost. And Devin ran. And it's hard to, right? So you can see why it's like, man, this could have been an excellent, rematch. And it maybe still could be. A lot of people are saying because Devin Haney ran again in that fight, that he would do the same against Ryan, and I understand that. But Ryan lost.
Yeah.
He lost to a guy he wasn't supposed to lose to. So it's almost like it made a case for not having a fucking rematch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it made a case for not to do it. Far more than it did to make a case for it to happen. So I don't know what the answer is. Maybe they should take a couple, at least one other fight to where, they can tell Devin, look, man, you got to get in here, you got to look good. And they told Ryan, look, you got to win. I mean, in order for this rematch, I don't know if the first fight and what occurred in the first fight and all the circumstances is enough to warrant a rematch just blindly going into it just because. I don't know. And if it is, it certainly ain't what it was supposed to be, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's crazy because I want to call Bill as soon as I get off the phone with you, because I remember him saying that they still had the lawsuit, but the lawsuit was pending that they get the rematch. So I'm wondering, okay, now you're not going to get the rematch according to Oscar Dela Hoya. Now, of course, we can only go by what Oscar says, but if what Oscar says holds true, you dropped the lawsuit based on the rematch. Now you dropped the lawsuit. Both of you guys signed a contract to fight each other. But now that Ryan is lost, Oscar is opting not to fight you. So it's kind of like you dropped the lawsuit for nothing. So I want to know what happened with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I kind of get the feeling that they don't want to match Ryan against Devin. Again, really, if they can avoid it, because I don't think they believe it's going to be that big. And I'm kind of the belief that it won't be that big of a fight. And Ryan can continue his career, without doing it. But if let's say things went really well on that card and Ryan didn't lose and Devin didn't run, then yeah, that's probably what we'd be talking about right now, right? Okay, they're taking to fight each other in a highly anticipated rematch, but it's not anticipated now because of both of them.
Yeah.
Right?
He says not anticipated. Oh, you know what? Hey, I like that. I'd almost
rather see Devin Haney fight Rolly Romero.
Yeah, me too.
Rolly deserves. Yeah, and Ryan, fuck Ryan. He's all over the place, too. So who knows? And he's coming off a loss. He had no fire in his belly. You could see that in the fight. He just took a routine ass whipping like nothing was on the line. And I have to say, Devin Haney, who I've never thought he's a runner, but he ran in that fight, man. It was like making a case to not have a rematch.
Yeah.
So ain't nobody feeling good about it. regardless of what Bill his dad says, and I love his dad. His dad cats for his son. He's out there promoting him all the time. I don't blame him for none of that. But the bottom line is both of them are guilty of making more of a case for not having a rematch than to having one.
All right, shout out to Jared. Be more, stand up.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, you know what? He said, yeah, it went from being the anticipated rematch to the highly anticipated to now not anticipated at all. Oh, let me call. See if he answers. All right, he's not answering.
Coach.
Bill, what's good?
What's good with you?
Hey, look here, man. I'm on the show right now, man. I have a question that the people are asking me to ask you, and it's a really, really good question.
Yes, sir.
All right, look, you're on the air right now. I just want to be transparent. You're on the air right now.
Shout out to True Media Sports, man. You know what I mean? Who can get your favorite fighter, the one you love and the one that you hate on the phone on speed dial, man. Come on, man. What it is, man.
Yeah, man.
Everybody in your chat. What's the question?
True, man. Look, man. True Media Podcast. I appreciate Bill. Listen, I just saw a video where Oscar Dela Hoya said that the rematch between you, your son, and Ryan Garcia is a no-go. He doesn't want that fight for Ryan. I want to know what your thoughts about that.
That's Oscar Dela, long gone, out the business, no voice, no connection to the people. I mean, he's down 3-0 to Devin Haney and DHP. So when he's talking about, I mean, maybe he's tired of losing, right? Or maybe he's running out of excuses. I mean, he said the same thing was going to happen with Jorge Linares. Somebody that, I mean, no one wanted to fight Jorge Linares on the team, whether it was Ryan, whether it was whoever, right? I mean, he was the guy, he was the gatekeeper, right? He was the champion that you had to get through. Of course, none of his fighters stepped up and did it. None of them did, right? He came to the fight and said that Devin was going to lose to Jorge. Then he came back and said that Devin was going to lose to Jojo Diaz. Same exact thing, same exact storyline. Then he came with Ryan Garcia, okay? We know what the outcome is. That was a no contest. So he came back with no other than Jose Ramirez and said that he was going to be more than certain, 100% sure that Jose was going to knock Devin out and Devin wasn't going to be able to do nothing, right? He didn't say, well, let's put an asterisk if Devin does this or if Devin does that. 3 times he said what he was going to do, and 3 times he's left back home in one of them fucked up outfits that he wears. So I'll say this and say that. So I'll say this to say Oscar ain't beating Devin. He don't have nobody over there that's around in or around the division of Devin to beat him. So I mean, he's stuck with a fighter. He's stuck with a fighter that hasn't proved that they can be elite on an elite level. And I said an elite performance on an elite level, not on Oscaring.
So how do you feel about Dela Hoya saying, "Hey man, he don't want the rematch. That's not happening." How do you feel about that?
Well, no, that's the thing that he's saying that, and he speaks from a fighter standpoint. He speaks from a promoter standpoint, but he doesn't speak from Devin Haney, nor do he speak for Turkey Al-Sheikh, who I know for sure has put it on the table. Now, what he's coming out and saying is the fact that is he doesn't want to fight. He doesn't want to see it because their brain and their feet cannot come up with a game plan to cut the ring off. We know what it is. Instead of him, and listen, and shout out to both of them being the worst promoters in the world when it comes to Devin Haney. Shout out to both him and Ryan Garcia being the worst promoters in the world, because every time that it comes to them, they've shown that what they really aren't, right? And I don't care how, because when it comes down to it and the people, you give them the ultimate truth. You give them the truth.
Right.
And what they've done is shown their lack of and lack of the ability of delivering to people and promoting the truth, man, promoting what really is. You know, I mean, I thought that it was a great fight. Two guys coming from the amateurs who had, had split it 3-3. An extremely controversial fight that the world didn't got a chance to see. And you know what? Instead of promoting it as a great fight, which it really is, and it'll get a chance to see Devin, who Devin is, and who Ryan really is, right? And instead of them promoting that, instead of them saying that they're enrolled in VADA or enrolled out of VADA. See, that's the thing is with the drug. I don't know if that's the case. You'll enroll out of VADA.
Hey, Bill,
hold on.
Bill, you feel the buster, Bill. I almost forgot what I originally asked you because you going all over the place. I'm trying.
No, because I get a chance. There's so much news and so much to cover. You know what I mean? I mean the fact that it's an opportunity to stay in the drug program, right? To stay in to continue to get tested and fight Devin Haney. And instead, they created a lot of filibustering, right? A lot of fake shit, right? And it didn't work. It just didn't work. It backfired on them.
So the contract, do you still have a contract to fight Ryan Garcia? Because I know last time you was here, I asked you a question. I said, well, Bill, the actual lawsuit was you dropping the lawsuit. Was that one of the requests that the Golden Boy and and Ryan Garcia wanted in order to have the rematch with you? So you told us that you was willing to drop the lawsuit. You guys signed the contract to fight each other. Man. Now Oscar is saying no, we don't want the rematch, but you got a contract.
Which is bullshit. Well, which is bullshit, and that's the part of dealing with that. Is a whole nother thing, right? One thing that we had and we pushed past is that we both had fights. He had Rolly, and Devin had Jose. Handle your business, and then we go from there. You know what I'm saying, right? When we went from there and revisited, I mean, you see the hit list. You see the names on there.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Well, I want to talk to you about that hit list. Yeah. Hey, I'm calling Cap on that hit list, Bill. I think it's Cap.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, it's easy for you to call it Cap. It's easy for you to call it Cap. You can call it whatever you want. I mean, you can call it the shit. You can call it Cap. You can call it whatever. Okay. You know what I mean? But you can't call it a lie. Yeah. You can't call it a lie.
Got a hit list. Bill, you got a hit list. Who on the list, Bill? You say you wanted Boots. You got Brian Noble Jr. on the list. They say you got Tio on the list. Like they say you got me on the list. I'm somewhere in there. Who else you got on the list? You got Rolling Romero. Tell Dev I want the smoke. I want the payday too. You think I want the payday?
No, Coach, you still an amateur now. You can't get there fast. You just started. I mean, you can't make it. You just started, okay?
I want the smoke.
You know what I mean?
I want the smoke.
No, you want.
I want the smoke.
You don't get any smoke, Coach. No smoke for you.
What the contract is? What the contract is?
Well, you can got some shit to do. You can watch this shit. And if you can get a contact, then get a contact, we'll let you get
Bill,
that.
Bill, you getting all that money from Turkey Island Sheep. Listen, I want some of that money. That we got shit, nigga. I get that with him. Shit, damn sure will. I'm trying to get paid. Y'all ain't gonna be the only one getting the money. Hey,
that's small shit because in all reality, right? The 2030 initiative with Riyadh is, I mean, it's bigger than big. What they're doing and bringing attention to their brand, bringing attention to their country. I mean, it's amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
That everybody that's getting whatever that they're getting has been, it's structured, it's allocated, and in our case, it's appreciated.
Hey, so the lawsuit. So did they trick you out of dropping the lawsuit? Because it appears.
No, not at all. The lawsuit is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother thing to deal with. Right now, what we have is that Devin just pitched a shutout on Jose Ramirez, and we're ready to stay doing what we do. You know what I'm saying? And that's making your favorite fighter or your favorite respected fighter look like less than what you think about them.
Man, Bill.
How about that?
Bill, you gave me long ass answers, man. You got me forgetting. I had a question. I had a question I wanted to ask you.
I mean, when you listen, when you got bullshit on your mind, it comes and goes. You know what I mean?
Hey, so what you trying to say? So what you trying to say, Bill? What you
trying to say? No, I'm saying it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back. Just give me a minute.
But all jokes aside though, I'm listening to the list. So, if the Ryan Garcia thing don't work out, and it appears that Oscar clearly don't want that fight, how did it get pivoted to Teofimo Lopez? How did that come about?
Well, when you who Devin is, right? When you who Devin is, right? And his pursuit for the Mount Rushmore of boxing, right? Of one person that fits, right? That you go back to, your Wayne Grove, so to speak. If you ever seen the movie Heat, everybody got a Wayne Grove, which to some is dangerous and doesn't make sense, right? Right? You know what I mean? If Ryan is choosing to go another route and go another kind of opponent and get another tune-up and do all those things that is allowed in boxing, if Tank can go do all that other shit and all that other shit, right? It's in the playbook, and I think you do a good job with letting callers come on and vocally provide those ducking talking points to them. But when you talk about going for somebody on the same card that everyone said looked good, everyone else said that Devin looked like shit, and so on, and everyone else did and Theo did. Okay, so he's next. How about that?
Yeah. That's the fight. You know what? Now, that's the fight that I always felt that I always wanted to see, because the Teo fight and the Haneys, the Lopez's and the Haneys have a history together as well. I remember the face-off you guys had before. I think it was at the top, right now. The top. It was a DAZN event where Eddie Hearn was outside and that nighttime and stuff like that. And I really, really wanted to see. I told you that before. I was like, man, fuck Ryan. Why y'all ain't fighting Teofimo Lopez? Like that's the one. Right. That's the one to fight. That's the one. I thought that fight would have been big. Now, is that something that Turki Al-Sheikh want? Is that the one? Is that did Turki Al-Sheikh bring that to you guys, or how did that materialize?
I know Turki has a beat, and on the people, he has enough people that's working with him and for him to know what kind of fight this is. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And we brought the fight to them. You know what I mean? We brought it to them.
So, what is it that you see in Teofimo that you think you can exploit? Because you the trainer, and I know you the one that come up with these game plans. So, without giving away any strategy or whatever, like what is it? Is that finalized? Is that finalized?
It's the biggest challenge when you know what I mean. The narrative has been created that Teo looked it oh so good. So I felt like now is the time to get him. While the people are saying that he looks good, and he fought on the same card, and he outshined Dev and all those things, then this is the time to get him.
Yeah, so is it?
There were certain times that he was going through stuff. Yeah. His marriage. He was busy doing this. He was doing. You know what I mean? Yeah. He had every narrative to create for it not to happen. You know what I'm saying? And right now, the money part of it, and Turki Al-Sheikh and us on the same platform, and what he said on the stage, he said, let's entertain him. why are we not entertaining him? Well, okay, he'll have the opportunity to go in and do everything that Jose Ramirez couldn't do. He's able to do everything that you guys tell him to do. So be sure to drop a DM to Teofimo Lopez and Teofimo Lopez Sr. and make sure you tell them everything you want them to do. Because after the fight, we don't want to hear no excuses. Everyone said how good he was.
No, I get what you're saying. You don't want them changing the narrative and stuff like that. Teofimo was the one that they said that looked really, really good on the night of the card. He was the best looking one and stuff and things like that. So that's the fight that I really, really like that fight. If that's something that Turk Al-Sheikh is going to get behind, I think that'd be great. So has that fight been finalized yet, or you still in negotiations?
That's one historically, it ain't filibustering, ain't doing anything but keeping it real.
Yeah.
Even if I did know that it was finalized, it's not my job. They don't give me the liberty or the privilege to do that. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
But I definitely wanted to, I can say this is that just as much as anyone else is what's being negotiated, what's being talked about, and what's on the table. We are deeply, on the table and involved with making that fight happen.
Bill, what do you think about Manny Pacquiao? 46 years old, coming back. He's ranked number 5 with the WBC. I don't know how in the hell that is even possible. He's been retired away from boxing for 3.5 years, going on 4 years. He's 46 years old, and he just steps in, and now he's ranked number 5 and fight Mario Barrios, a WBC welterweight champion. What is your take on that?
Well, I'll give it like this: Geronimo never stopped his pursuit for the Lone Ranger scout, and vice versa. There's some scouts that just look good on the mantle, no matter how long or how old. And the people will hate it. You know what I'm saying? But any person that has Manny Pacquiao on their resume, you know what I'm saying? It adds more.
Adds more value
to it.
I got you.
Yeah,
Because,
it adds more value. Yeah.
Yeah, because this Manny Pacquiao, he's a living legend. This and that.
Yeah.
Man, that shit came out of nowhere for me. I'm wondering. I'm hearing rumbles of Jaron Ennis maybe potentially moving up to 154. If that were to happen, is there a belt at 147 that you can see? I know Devin has a good relationship with the WBC, but Mario Barrios currently have that belt. Is there a belt at 147 that you could potentially see that Devin will go after? If Boots were to move up or whatever?
Well, I mean, the guys on there, Brian Norman, he's on there.
I don't know, man. Hey, Bill, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to you, Bill.
And I know with Brian Norman and their team,
yeah, that's a hard out there, boy.
They love and respect the fact that we'll mention them and we'll entertain something, in the future,
Okay. So that's the WBO strap, Brian Norman. Boots have the WBC and the WBA.
And the Devin Haney era was about what he had to do to get to the Mount Rushmore of boxing. How he would the message that he sent his team to go do. You know what I'm saying? And not highlighting these people and not giving a list, right, would be the pathway. The present is what you're talking about and what you own. And I think that we're showing that and representing that.
What is the define the Devin Haney era for the audience?
Well, I mean, it's one, there's no sides of the street. There's no franchise belt. There's no openly using PEDs or openly not being tested. There's no narrative that you can't finish the game with who you started with. There's no narrative that anyone could be disrespected or outmaneuvered. There's, if not never being in the ring in boxing, when you have, from a business standpoint, when you build your team around, like no different than what LeBron James did with with Maverick and Rich Paul and those. You know what I mean? So there's other guys and other people that's around us. I get a lot of looks in terms of the business, but you know, we have a great attorney and John Hornhewer. You know, we got another outstanding executive in Robert Brewster. You know, who's Shamar Canal's uncle as well. You know what I mean? So I think that's what it'll represent.
So the Devin Haney era, basically what you're saying, it encompasses not only just boxing, but the business aspect of boxing as well. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. Well, we revolutionized the sport. You know what I mean? And took it from the fact of that I think fighters and fighters teams had YouTubers and content creators under the belief that they couldn't come and talk to you, or you know, for some reason. I think Devin and me have shown that it's up to the fighter in the camp how much they appreciate the platform, and you know what I mean, and whether or not they own truth. You know what I mean? If you own a bunch of lies, then you're gonna camouflage that with a message. But when you own truth time, I mean, you can say it over and over and again. You can call like you just did with a random interview out of nowhere, and it be live. Bless your heart, Queen.
So, Bill, why do you think that someone as yourself is so accessible to many different media outlets, no matter how big they are or how small they are, yet the gatekeepers in boxing, the powers that be, so to speak, that you talk about so much, why, like an Oscar De La Hoya, I throw some names out, like Oscar De La Hoya, never come over here, or Bernard Hopkins or whatever, never come over here. However, but someone as yourself, you came up from the bottom, whatever. You're able to do that. Why you're willing to do it, but the other ones are not?
Because this is a self-made platform over here, and nothing is rehearsed, or you know what I mean. In that sense, you know, you have an energetic audience that believes in what they believe in, and you serve them. You serve them in a way that they can accept it. You know what I'm saying? And you give me an opportunity to come on and dispute it or refute it. Now, if a person ain't gonna come and speak up for themselves, then the audience and everyone else can roll on and do whatever they perceive to be. But I like the fact that you call me and give me an opportunity, as well as, you know, the phone line is always open for me to jump on.
Bill, I want to pivot a little bit. I have a fighter that I've been pumping up, No Diddy, for a little bit right now. I used to be a hater of this fighter. I call him the Puerto Rican assassin. But he goes by the name of Edgar Berlanga. What are your thoughts on the Puerto Rican assassin, Edgar Berlanga?
Hey man, listen, they don't play. You know what I mean? The Berlangas, whether it be senior or junior, they're here for it. I've been knowing Edgar since the amateur boxing, and every time Edgar go to the ring, everybody crowds around because you know you just don't know what's going to happen. Yeah. You know what I mean? And he's coming to either destroy you or be destroyed, and you gotta love it. But I mean, he's built for it, and that's in his DNA. You know, so when you talk about it, I mean, he's never been the kind of fighter that you weren't gonna take a look at and be on the edge with the outcome. You know what I'm saying?
Bill, you know, I call him the Puerto Rican assassin over here, Edgar Berlanga. I noticed that Devin Haney, you know, this for all the Devin Haney fans and Edgar Berlanga fans. I noticed that the fans, they
let them know. Well, let them know. You call him the Puerto Rican assassin. I call him Diamond Poppy. He's shining. He's shining like no other.
Yeah, I'm finna get to that.
Concrete jungle.
I'm finna get to that.
Concrete jungle, Gotham City. He's riding around and all the foreign automobiles that make dreams that you would dream of, that make dreams come true.
People,
I call him. Yeah.
People say that Devin Haney is trying to bite Tank Davis' style. Devin Haney Tank Davis gets some ice, some jewelry. Devin Haney gets some jewelry.
I don't even know what. I ain't seen Tank in so long. I ain't seen Tank in so long. I don't know what his style was. The last time I seen him, he had a perm and he was on a beanbag. Now I don't know. But last time I seen Devin Haney, my son, he wasn't on a beanbag and he don't got a perm.
So my point is, Tank go get some ice. He get diamonds in his teeth. Devin Haney go get some ice. He get diamond in his teeth. Now Edgar Berlanga is shining. Go ahead.
Huh? Because guess why? For any farmer that don't know where the diamond district is, where all the diamonds that in the world, they come to New York City and go over and see Benny the jeweler and get your shine on. You did? Now I know the farmers. The farmers might want to think the first guy they saw doing it is the guy that invented it. But I'm gonna tell you this: it go back for me to Eric B. and Rakim. I'm talking about rocking the finest and the biggest. You know. So if I said that, if I was the one to pick who's copying who, man, I'd lose my mind.
Hey Bill, you mentioned Benny the jeweler. This what I don't understand. This what my brothers out there, my revolutionary brothers, we don't understand. How come the Arabs is Benny the jeweler Arab? Because if he is, it appears that what is Benny the jeweler?
Benny the jeweler is Benny the Jew.
Oh, he a Jew?
Don't try to do and don't try to do what he do.
Okay, so he a Jew. So all right, so you got Benny the jeweler. So Benny's getting all the money.
Benny the Jew. It's okay. Benny the Jew.
Yeah, Benny the Jew. You ain't got no brothers that Dev can go to that make jewelry that can make custom pieces. Why you gotta go to Benny the Jew? That's what the people want to know.
Well, I mean, with Benny the Jew, he has a direct connect to the diamonds that you might want to buy. He has a direct connect to the jewelry that you might want to invest in. So whereas you can take the jewelry that you see Devin in, they're investment pieces. He can take them and resell them because he's getting such a great deal from Benny the Jew.
Do you feel that he is overcharging your son for the jewelry that he's buying?
What a light is in you and not on you, you know. So the amount the amount that you spend outside is gonna.
Man, you with that bullshit.
The amount you spend outside.
Bro, you with that bullshit. Man, look here, man. Hey, look here. Look here, the man. The man got the tax game down. Edgar Berlanga don't spend over $1 million with him. They say Dale don't spend about 5 or 6 million with him. I'm like, bro, what we got to do, man? Listen, man. Listen. I got.
Well, I'm gonna tell you one thing. It was a guy who was, I forgot the jeweler that in Texas that
the Asian dude
ran into a problem. No, not the Asian dude.
Paul Wall. You ain't talking about Paul Wall.
No. Paul Wall is the white guy, and then the Asian guy is Johnny Dang. And then there was a brother. I forget his name, but he ended up losing his life down there, I believe in Texas or something. But yeah, I vote for a lot more brothers, man, stepping into that jewelry game and taking advantage of the opportunity to sell to us.
Yeah, so this is the thing, Devin Haney, he's making all of this money now. You guys are independent, explain that because, we know that you do partnerships with the top ranks, with the match rooms, with the golden boys, while at the same time keeping your independence. How are you able to navigate like that in the sport of boxing when you have such massive power brokers in the game, such as the Bobs, the Oscars, and the Eddies?
Well, they're all very small men when in the eyes of Allah and the Creator. God has created all of us. They're not bigger than my faith and my belief and the vision that was given to me a long time ago about my son Devin. And every day, you know what I'm saying? Whether, I think they might have said that we were out of business a long time ago, didn't they, Coach? Every chance they get, the media runs a campaign. They're out of business. We're out of business. So if it's left up to the media, right, the ones that do, if it's left up to Oscar and Eddie Hearn and Bob Arum, who have something to say, we wouldn't be nowhere. But I never had faith, or I never depended on them. So whatever they say, it might affect their fighters in a different way. But we're not. They move you guys when they come and you says, well, Bob said it was disgraceful. That's Bob's way of saying the niggas done won again. So these niggas done won again. And it's a call out. It's a what we know is it's a call out. When he says disgrace, he says that word. It's these niggas that won again. So it's a call out to everybody to arm up, go in, pop up, put comments, do everything. This shit is disgraceful. He said Lomachenko was disgraceful. He said Ramirez was disgraceful. I mean, listen, man. Do you guys believe that? Bob Arum also said that Shakur Stevenson was Muhammad Ali. He said Phil Lomachenko was Muhammad Ali.
Greater than Ali and all that shit there. Yeah,
I know. But when I come out and say that let's compare the numbers with Devin and his contemporaries, the legends, not the contemporaries, because I did that the next day. But with the legends, then I catch all the flack in the world. You know what I mean? But when Eddie Hearn says, I've never seen anything like this before in my life. But when I say that Devin is special and he's rare, and when it stacks up to 26 years old, he's fought 7 champions. He's asking to fight 8 champions right now when Floyd fought 3 at that time.
So see, Bill, this is the problem. When you talk about Floyd, now you know Floyd personally. You have a relationship with him. But when you talk about...
Well, did Floyd know Muhammad Ali when he said something, or did he know Sugar Ray Robinson
when
he said something about them?
No, he didn't say
that.
No.
I'm saying 26 years old, Devin is you know what I mean? Did whip that ass out. With undisputed, with going on 8 champions, independent, right? And moving and shaking, moving the needle in boxing. When you talk about the Floyd Mayweather era, y'all said that killed boxing.
Pretty boy Floyd.
No,
Bill. Bill, we got
Pretty Boy Floyd era, the Pretty Boy Floyd era up to Oscar De La Hoya. We're looking at the Pretty Boy Floyd era. You're looking at that.
Wait, no, hold. The Pretty Boy Floyd era is what you saying Devin Haney is the Pretty Boy Floyd era?
No. I said match up Pretty Boy versus the Dream.
Oh, there's no comparison. Pretty Boy's a way better fighter than the Dream.
Okay, we'll pull up the stats. Put them side by side.
You got the undisputed. I mean, I give you that, but I'm just saying that.
Okay, well, what did Pretty Boy do?
Pretty Boy was an assassin in the ring, bro. You know that. Listen, Pretty Boy. We're talking about super featherweight Floyd and lightweight Floyd. That's Pretty Boy. That's Pretty Boy right there.
Who did he beat?
Let's see. Arturo Gatti, Diego Corrales, Castillo, Hernandez, Chavez. No, I mean not who did see the Chavez, but I want to say when he was Pretty Boy, did he fight Zab? I think he fought Zab when he was Pretty Boy.
No, he didn't fight Zab. That was what's next. He didn't fight Zab.
That was on the Money Mate.
How you fight Pretty Boy when he said his hands and everything else was broke down then?
Okay. All right, yeah, I got to go back and look at it. But Pretty Boy, outside of Zab, Pretty Boy fought Pretty Boy. That was a hell of a dude, bro. Like y'all, Devin Haney ain't better than no goddamn Pretty Boy.
Well, pull it up then. Pull up Pretty Boy versus the Dream.
Oh, you talking about the stats you sent me about what y'all accomplished and stuff like that?
Yeah,
I pulled that up the other day.
Okay, well that's Pretty Boy versus Dream. That's Pretty Boy right there.
You talking about what y'all was able to accomplish in this era? Like that was a different era, different circumstances, bro. I'm talking about from a skill set.
Pretty Boy.
I'm talking about Pretty Boy Floyd's skill set and comparison to Devin Haney's skill set. There's no comparison, Bill. There's no comparison.
Listen.
There's no comparison.
listen, you can't look at, if that's the case, then you look at Ray Robinson, you look at all of them, if you look at them, but let's talk about what they've accomplished. And I said, what Devin has accomplished at 26.
Yeah.
Take a look at the dream.
I get that. No, I get that. I know. I get that. I get that. You fought several. So what you're saying that at that particular time, at 26 years old, you fought more former world champions because those guys wasn't world champions when you fought them. No.
We fought a guy that was pound for pound number one as well.
But that was you talking about at one point in time. You talking about Lomachenko?
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah.
At 26.
Yeah. Now I get what you're saying, but again, as I said, Bill, like that was a different era.
No, that wasn't. Listen.
That era, listen. The circumstances that y'all was able to, the hot shit lined up for y'all. And again, I'm not taking anything from you. You did. I'm not minimizing. I'm not minimizing your accomplishments. No, Bill, hear me out. No, hear me out. I'm not minimizing. I'm not minimizing your accomplishments. What I'm saying, I'm talking about from a skill standpoint. Now, what you was able to accomplish, you was able to fight George Kambosos. You was able to get the belt. You know, Lomachenko got elevated to the French fries belt.
You're not independent to do that. Independent. When you talk about the machine,
independent. I got you on that. I got you on that.
You talk about that. So none of our moves, our moves was given to us. It was not no easy road.
Yeah, I get you on that.
It was not no easy road. Lomachenko ducked out. Teofimo ducked out. It was, you know what I mean? It was never no easy road.
No, I get you on that. No.
Listen, we had to go to Australia to do it. You know what I'm saying? Even though the profile and y'all say there's nobody.
Bill, hear me out. Bill, hear me out. I'm not taking away from anything you did. If you listen to me, I said, Bill, I'm not taking anything away from you. I am speaking purely from a skillful skill standpoint. Pretty Boy Floyd's skill set versus a Devin Haney skill set. That's clearly what I'm talking about. Now, hear me out.
You're speaking from opinion. You're speaking from opinion. I'm speaking from facts, King.
All right.
Now, factually. Now, opinion-wise of what we saw and what we think and all that other shit, that's like talking about was rap music different than, was it hotter back then or the music?
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Compared to the different music.
That's what I'm talking about.
We compare it by, right, accomplishment. At the end of the day, you look at how Devin has dominated. Okay, go ahead.
Nah, bro, I hear what you're saying, fam, but again, like, you beat George Kambosos, became undisputed. I'm not refuting anything that y'all accomplished up to this point. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. I'm gonna let you talk, Bill, but hear me out.
But who did we beat? George Kambosos after he beat Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I said that. Yeah, so
George Kambosos after that.
No, see, you think. See, this is what we're missing at. You think I'm attacking your son's accomplishments? I'm not. What you was able to do as an independent is remarkable. I can't take nothing away from you on that. The simple, especially what I know with how the business goes with the gatekeepers. There was no way that you and you and your son should have been able to do or accomplish what you have accomplished up to this point without the backing of a major. So I get that.
Unless he's a bad motor scooter. Unless he's the Devin Haney era.
Unless you got some smart people that's on your team from a business standpoint that know how to put you in position. That plays a big. We can't ignore that.
Wait a minute. Now you're contradicting yourself because you just said no one has done it. You said if we're in a smart position, Allah, God, and God has given us the ability as a team to navigate waters that normally, you know what I mean, aren't navigated. But we have a wonderful combination. We have a hell of a combination.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not.
Devin's belief, and yes, we have a wonderful a team behind it. But
I'm not.
I'm saying is when you talk about the team that Floyd also had an all-star team, and at 26, he had Jay Prince, he had Top Rank, he had Jay Prince, he had Top Rank, and he had HBO. Yep. So if he wanted to accomplish what Devin accomplished, and he was Pretty Boy, then why didn't it get done?
So are you saying that Floyd could have became undisputed and he chose not to? Is that what you're saying?
I'm asking why didn't it get done?
I would have to ask him. I mean, I don't know if only Floyd can answer that question.
I'll tell you why. Because it ain't as easy and it's riskier than you think. It's riskier. It was risky for us to go out there with. I talked to you. I talked to everybody. Everybody was, oh man, you going out there, Bill, and whoop, and man, I don't know how you go. Yeah, we went out there and pitched the motherfucking shutout.
Yeah.
Had those good, educated Australian people that were watching it, and they said, man, we're not going to clap, applaud unless it's real. And they were quiet.
Again, as I said, Bill, I am not taking away from what you have been able to accomplish. I know that the route that you went was, that'll probably never be duplicated or replicated. They'll probably never let another, especially a black father, get in there and do that. I get that. I'm not taking anything.
Fuck them talking about let. It's gonna happen again, and it might happen with a brown brother. It might happen with a black brother, a black family. But it's gonna happen again. And guess what? They ain't listening to that let shit. They ain't gonna listen to that let shit because they're gonna know what they got.
Yeah, you got to take it. But what I'm saying is that I have to take credit. I have to give you props for your business savvy. The way that you was able to set everything up, to have everything done to where Devin Haney's career is where it's at right now. I mean, what you did worked. The shit worked, and you didn't have to make a pact from a long-term situation. Being under a contract for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years with a promotional company like Floyd Mayweather did. I get all of that, so I can't take anything away from that. But I always told you that. I know that. I know how difficult that is for you to be able to do that. I'm saying strictly from a skill set standpoint. Now, accomplishments, yes, Devin Haney was undisputed at younger than before Sugar Ray or Floyd. I get all of that. But when I look at that, I take it as though, okay, look, I think from a skill standpoint, I like Floyd and Sugar Ray and them all day over Devin Haney, 7 days a week, twice on Sundays. Have Devin Haney accomplished things at the sport at his age that Floyd haven't? Of course he has. I'm not denying that. And
one thing that you're looking at, and I love those fighters, and from a skill standpoint, you're looking at the same thing. Tremendously skilled fighters. What you're not looking at is the opportunity that Devin will have to be put in those fights and have the career. You haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
See what I mean? What make us love them is the work that list gives Devin and the abilities it gives him to even the favorite fighter, your favorite fighter, right? When you get through with it, even if you don't like that, you're gonna respect it.
Would you say that because you learned a lot from Floyd Mayweather. You've been around them a lot. And would you say that Floyd, I guess the things that you learned from him, because it appears like people see Bill Haney, the talker. They see Bill Haney, they call you a bullshit artist. They see Bill Haney, oh, he coming on this, he's on this channel, he's on that channel, he's doing this, he's doing that. We tired of hear Bill talk. But do you feel that the fans, they underestimate your level of intelligence and underestimate what you have been able to accomplish in this point in time under the circumstances that you did being an independent? Because that seemed to be always missing out of the loop when they talk about you. I hear all the other shit that people don't like about you, but I think it's a level of brilliance when it comes to that myself. What you want to say? You?
As long as they know that I'm loyal to the soil for Devin, the Dream Haney, and the people that I work with, that's what it's about with me. Fuck what they think. Fuck with who they is, because we can turn on the phone line and tell Day to call in right now.
Who?
Day.
Oh, they? Okay. Hey, phone lines open. Phone lines open. Y'all call the show. Anybody got a question for Bill Haney?
No, not anybody. We want to talk specifically to Day today. Is Day watching? Not Day watching. Live on True Media
podcast.
And we're calling in. Huh?
Y'all call the show.
Oh, True Media Podcast.
Yeah, 530. Y'all call the show. Phone lines open. 530-494-9636.
And we were looking to talk who they is.
Again, as I said, I want to know what y'all gonna do next. If you're gonna get Teofimo next. Turk Al-Sheikh seems like he's gonna be heavily involved in that. Sorry
Ain't
about
nowhere for Teofimo to run. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Teofimo Lopez, junior or senior.
So Bill, give people some insight. How does this work? Turk Al-Sheikh reaches out to you. He reaches out to Teo. How does this fight get made? How does that go about?
We reached out to him and did what the people wanted. I mean, he decided to go in his bag and use his racist tools to get up under our skin, get up under other skin. You know what I mean? And it was just time, bro. It was time.
Bill,
you know, he kept saying something about Boots, and Boots never mentioned about him. So he was acting like he's like a real big dog, you know? Like he's big dogging, right? So we said, okay, this is the perfect time. Call Turkey.
So did you talk to Bob? Did Turkey talk to Bob or what?
Yeah. I'm sure Turkey talked to Bob. I mean, he was already on the card, you know?
Okay.
So everybody knew what time it was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why you do it. If Ryan hadn't have made it to the fight, Barbosa was already ready to go. You know what I mean? When it was Haney versus Garcia.
Talking about the first fight. Yeah, talking about the first fight last year.
And first fight. And the thing was with Lopez, with Garcia, we already know that, you know what I mean, that it's a chance that he doesn't want to do the drug program.
Right.
It's a chance that, you know what I mean, he's going to come up dirty. It's a chance. So our thing was always, well, okay, if he doesn't, then what? And they put Teofimo Lopez as the then what?
Okay, so Teofimo, then what? So if this fight get made, you'll have that fight probably around what, October? Same time you was. I'm not. I'm saying if we saying hypothetically, in a perfect world, if Devin the Dream Haney was able to get Teofimo Lopez in the ring, of course the business people such as yourself and his team.
In a perfect world, for us, it's 8 weeks.
8-week training camp.
That's it.
Who do you get to do the training?
What part of the training?
I'm just saying, you know, last time you worked with Sugar Shane Mosley, and then I know you worked with Joel a while back as well. You worked with different trainers.
Who is Joel?
Joel.
Oh,
my bad, Joel. You're my bad. You're my bad.
Joel Judah. Yeah.
So
it's about getting better, and you know, there's no telling. But right now, the gears that we have in there with everything, all the way from everyone that we work with, including lastly bringing in Sugar Shane and bringing in Nate. We're ready to go. You know what I'm saying? We was a year out, and I think, you know, obviously, you know, you want to get that touch, and you know, it's been a year. It was the longest Dev had been out of the ring. So now he wants to get right back in. He doesn't want the rust or the year or, you know what I mean? None of that other stuff. He wants to get back in there. So the soonest the date that they have.
So how do you deal with Bill? Listen, Bill. I know you probably heard this from Oscar, but tell me what went through your mind. I always make jokes. I say, you know what, with Bill and Oscar Dela Hoya live right across the street from each other. You get what I'm saying, and all that stuff there. And he come to your house, you go to his house, and all that stuff there. But I want you to listen to this and tell me what you thought when you heard this.
It just doesn't merit a rematch. I don't think it really. I mean,
thank you. There are days I miss it.
Devin actually lost, you know, winning.
So he said that Devin actually lost winning. Then he said Devin Haney was running. So it appears, Bill, that
It appears.
Hear me out.
Hear me out. No, let me just tell you what. No, let me tell you what it appears.
No,
to me.
I don't want to lose my train of thought. You know I got AD. You know I got ADHD. I got ADHD. I got to get this out. So it appears that there's a new narrative being pushed now based on that one fight. Because I told you I did not like Devin Haney's performance. He won the fight, but I felt like Devin could have beat Jose Ramirez very similar to the way he beat Regis Prograis. Because I didn't think highly of Jose Ramirez up until that point in comparison to Devin Haney. But Dev won. But it appears from what they're saying now, based on that one fight, that Devin Haney is a runner. You know what I mean? So and he's using that to justify not wanting the rematch. How do you feel about that when you heard that? Like,
well, I think that he might got ADA like you got, and he's just saying shit that's gonna come to his mind. You know what I mean? When you think about it, sometimes the shit don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? That shit don't. You know what I mean? He's not putting up the money. He don't got the network. He don't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? He got a fighter right now. That's suffering from confidence. He's suffering from a skill set standpoint. I mean, they don't know where they at with it. You know what I'm saying? You don't know where they at with it. So each fight, we supposed to work on something, right? And we supposed to go the route with a fighter like Jose Ramirez that has a left hook, to the body, left hook, and chose to work on that and build off of it instead of running from it, picking, in Teofimo Lopez's case, running into a George Camboso while running away from Devin, right? And then you see the outcome. You have Ryan Garcia running away from Devin, and he run into Rolly, right? So I mean, these things happen, man. You know, you got Tank running from him and going and staying, struck down, fucking with Lamar Roach.
Yeah.
You see? Yeah.
It's amazing you brought that up. How do you see that fight? If the rematch were to happen with Lamont Roach and Tank Davis, it appears that Lamont Roach wasn't afraid of Tank Davis's power. He sat right there with him in the pocket. He used very good footwork, mid-range. He countered. It was as though he knew what Tank was going to throw, and vice versa. How do you see that fight, the rematch?
I feel about the same.
About the same?
Yep, I feel about the same.
Do you feel
he's on the every fighter that fights Tank, you know what I mean? And us as fight fans, we're on the edge of the seat saying if, wait a minute, if, wait, if. And that's what it's gonna be. If,
What do you think about Tank Davis at 30 years old fighting, according to what we're hearing reports out there, having an exhibition match with that was confirmed by Jake Paul, having an exhibition match with Jake Paul in the prime of his career?
I haven't thought about it at all. I got, you know what I mean? He left a lot of real estate around when he's choosing to do that, and it's just right now with Turkey on deck to bring the fights that the people want to see, quality fights. He's left a lot of real estate open for Devin to prove how great he is.
A lot of the boxing fans, Bill, they get caught up into the fanaging and promoting. And one of the questions that I hear all of the time is Turkey Al-Sheikh. I know he's not putting up his money. He works for the Crown Prince. I think his name is Muhammad Abdullah or something like that. The Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. I saw him on the news with Trump when they signed the trade agreement and stuff like that. So, and I'm like, I heard Turk Al-Sheikh say he can do nothing of himself, but he's backed by a big mountain, the power of the kingdom. And fans are asking questions like, why is Devin Haney getting paid so much money? Why is Usyk or Tyson Fury or Canelo or Terrence Crawford getting paid so much money? They losing money. Like, what you got to say about the people who worried about the money? Huh?
Who put the so much on there?
Who put what?
Who put so much on the money?
No. A lot of people, bro. Bob Arum said it. Rolly Romero said fighters making too much money. They're getting overpaid. A lot of the critics who call it, a lot of people in the chats.
Bob Arum, and listen, and everybody that's been over there with Bob Arum, including TV, said that they don't know what to do with a black fighter, and everybody complains about saying that Bob is not paying him. The Top Rank is robbing him. I think even what's the name said something
Do
about it.
Do Top Rank have any lawsuits? Have any of these guys sued Top Rank?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, well, if he robbing them, okay, well, this is the thing. If you tell me somebody robbing you, okay, prove it. Won't you sue him? If you're not suing the guy that you're saying that's robbing you, apparently now if you're saying that, hey, are you getting paid according to the contract that you signed, or are you getting paid less than the contract that you signed?
Have you ever been robbed for something and you knew you had been robbed, but you couldn't prove it? Well, I'll tell you one thing. What Mace said. Let me tell you what Mace. Let me just quote Mace and start.
No, I don't think I've ever been in that situation.
What Mace said about Puffy. He said, they said, give him the receipts. He said, your mom's is the one that got the receipts, nigga.
Oh, you talking about in the beginning? Yeah. Because when you're getting in the door, everybody gets fucked. But that's just a contract. You signed it. Did you get what I'm saying? Yeah, but it doesn't answer. But it doesn't answer the fact that are you getting paid less than what you agreed to?
Yeah. Well, no, we wasn't never into getting fucked. You know what I'm saying? We were never into getting fucked. We don't like it. We look at it. We look at the deals. We try to, make sure that it's good for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's good on both sides. I think that's what a great deal. Getting fucked, you know what I mean? Shouldn't be part of a sport that you can lose your life in and get fucked.
Well, okay, but my question is, what is getting fucked? That's an interpretation of the individual. Is getting fucked getting paid less than what you agreed to on the contract, or is getting fucked getting paid exactly what you agreed to on the contract?
You see the Puff Daddy trial, when he and I think he said that the nigga's nickname, he walked through the door and his name is the Punisher. Nigga, do you want to, are you cool with the Punisher? Who wants that type of action? Who wants to be getting fucked by anybody under any circumstances at any time any way?
I get that, Bill, but what I'm saying is I need to understand.
No, some people like it.
No,
some people take it.
No, but hear me out though. Okay, if you're getting paid according to what you signed, you have a signed contract. Bill, I'm gonna pay you $2 million a fight. I'm gonna pay Devin Haney $2 million a fight. And Dev signed the contract and he's getting paid the $2 million. And he said, man, I'm getting fucked. I should be getting paid more than that. Okay, how are you getting fucked when you getting paid exactly the dollar amount what you signed to?
Listen, I'll tell you how. Is you sign up to have a fair fight, right? And the guy uses ossuary.
Yeah, I get that. No, you're right about that. But I'm talking about if you say that a promoter is okay, Bob Arum is effing me. He's effing his fighters. So my question is, okay, did you sue him? Okay, what is effing? If you say, look, I signed up to make $1 million a fight, he only paying me $200,000 a fight. Okay, he owe you $800. You're getting effed. I agree with that. So my point is, what is getting effed? What is getting if you're getting paid according to what you agreed to, how are you getting effed out of your contract?
Yeah. Well, you'd have to speak to the fighters that historically have said that they've had issues with Top Rank and Bob Arum or any company for that matter. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. Well, look, Bill, what is your relationship like with Oscar De La Hoya?
With Oscar De La Hoya?
Yeah, I mean, do you guys hate each other personally, or it's just business? It's not personal, right?
No, not for me. I've beat him 3 times. You know what I'm saying? When you beat a Hall of Famer like Oscar De La Hoya in business, inside and outside the ring, 3 times. You know what I mean? I'm fine with it. It's sweet to me.
Bill, I know that you are the face of DHP Promotions. You're the father, the trainer. You're the manager. I don't know. Are you the president of DHP Promotions? The president?
No.
What is your position over there?
I'm a utility man.
Okay, you're the utility man. So you're the brains. You're the brains behind everything, Devin Haney. Do you care to share?
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say the brain. I didn't say the brain. I said the utility man.
Are you the orchestrator? Would you say you're the orchestrator? Because it started with you. Would you say that?
I mean, no, I had a vision. Of course, I had a vision, but how the vision is being carried out, it's a team.
Okay, it's a team.
I'm a team
So
player.
who else is a part of the team? That's what we want to know.
I think like when you got I told you Robert Brewster behind the scenes. You know what I mean?
Who is Robert Brewster? The people don't know.
Well, the people don't know. Well, he's Shamar Canal's uncle. Been in the business a long time. Had worked with Superman Aaron Davis here in New York. Billy Giles, Hector Camacho, Layman Brewster. His name is Robert Brewster, so he's a cousin of heavyweight champion Layman Brewster. He's worked with him as well. He's worked with him as well. Of course, they're cousins. So, yeah.
Okay. So the brother man, all right, okay, Bill. We know we trying to. The people want to know. We got our eyes on you, and we seeing that. We want to see what's going on behind the scenes because we don't know what's going on. That's why I'm asking. Like
no, absolutely.
Name the names. You got to name the names, Bill. We trying to figure out.
Thank God, alhamdulillah. You know what I mean? I'm a good person for you guys to keep your eyes on right now. You know what I mean? Make your eyes stay healthy and continue to watch Devin Haney and Devin Haney, DHP, and us and our quest to Mount Rushmore of boxing, inside and outside the ring.
All right, Bill. I'm all at you, man. Shout out to Bill Haney, man. Salute.
Peace.
Yeah, I don't listen. I don't know. I had to write some stuff down, right? Because Bill, like I had got lost at one point. I say, man, this nigga don't threw me off. Cause I said, let me write this shit down. Cause y'all know I got this ADHD, and then I had to smoke some good green before the show started. So I got this. So I'm dealing with the good green, and then the ADHD don't kick in. Then Bill filibustering. So I said, let me write this shit down. Cause this nigga don't threw me off. Like I'm asking him, like, okay, do you have a contract? Do you have a signed contract to fight Ryan Garcia next? And I didn't get yes or no. I got, and he went on for like 5 minutes. Then I was like, then I forgot my next question because I'm trying to listen to hear if he's answering the question. Then I realized he really wasn't answering it. So I say, well, Bill, man, you filibustering right now, dog. Like I'm asking you a direct question and you filibustering. So I say, man, let me go ahead, man. Let me write this. Then I remember what I was going to say. So I said, let me write this part down. I was like, man, God damn. You get what I'm saying?
True.
Yeah, you can't listen. I can't build no weed. Dog. I asked him Bill Haney question, man, because Bill don't, he don't give you a direct answer. It's like, okay, he give you a long soliloquy, but then you have to find the answer within the soliloquy and then abstract. Okay, this the part where I think he kind of addressing it. So you got to pull that part out of his speech and then reintroduce the question. Do you get what I'm saying? Like reintroduce the question. Because I'm like, okay, let me write this shit down. This nigga ain't answering that damn question. And then, you get what I'm saying? So, like shit. Listen, hold on, Bill, you ain't answer. I said, Bill, you didn't answer the question. I say, look, okay, is the lawsuit still pending? I don't even know if he answered the question about the lawsuit still pending. Because I asked the same question like 3 different ways. And he didn't really, I don't know if he really answered the question on that. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, no, this nigga answer the question. Let me write this shit down. Okay, I forgot what I was gonna say. Okay, I got it. Let me write it down right here. Okay, yeah, Bill. Okay, the lawsuit. So is the lawsuit? Okay, was the rematch contingent upon you dropping the lawsuit from Golden Boy because you sued Golden Boy and Garcia? Was the lawsuit was the rematch contingent upon you dropping that? If so, like, how can you get out of the do you get what I'm saying? I want to know if Bill Haney and them if they could I don't know, maybe sue him or whatever. I don't know. Carla, what's your name?
Once again, it's Bill Haney once again ready to tell you over and over again that the agreement was for Devin to fight Ryan Garcia. Once again, they done backed out of the fight.
But how were they able to do that if you have a signed a contract? That's what's throwing me off. Bro,
we had a signed contract for the fight to be clean. Them people don't care nothing about that shit, dog. Because they got fans, they got bots, they got trolls that sit up and play with grown people that really do business, right? And y'all sitting up listening to this bullshit ass narrative. Right? I don't want to. Man, you just got them to agree to drop the lawsuit, and then you come out talking about they running, they did say that. What the fuck do that got to do with what you guys trying to do?
You answered it. You answered the question. Y'all dropped the lawsuit, and it was continued. Okay, so
trying to do.
Yeah, I got it. I got it.
And we sit with, but he's full of shit. You see what I'm saying? To stay in his mansion, he gotta fuck people. You know, he gotta beat them. Canelo said that he steals.
There's no way that you can hold that against him, Bill, because you got to sign a contract to fight him in a rematch. I mean, you shouldn't just be able to, like, what's the purpose of having a contract if you could just walk away from it?
That shows you right there is they'll go against any of that shit, right, and try to create whatever kind of narrative. And then you think that we supposed to be sitting up and following that bullshit because somebody in the comment section talking about you running or you talking points so the fight didn't look good. You said it right, coach. What the fuck do that got to do with what you didn't sign?
Yeah.
And listen, and you can't say we didn't sign for that because they had already did the promotion for it. So why would you start promoting the fight and let them promote a fight if somebody still got a lawsuit against you?
Yeah.
So we agreed not to do it. And then he came back and said that. All because for us to say that the lawsuit stands and yeah, we're going to sue you and we're going to do all that. Man, they're a fucking waste of time. I put that bum at the number 10 on the motherfucking list and y'all can sit there and figure out whatever the fuck, however y'all want to fight, whether y'all want to have whatever y'all want to do. Sit up and just, talk about how he look and talk about what he's going through and all that. But he's not Devin Haney. And I'll tell you one thing is that in the history book, he's a zero. He's a nobody. He's nothing.
Man, that's kind of messed up, man. Because if you guys got a binding contract, that's what was throwing me off. You did answer it. You said that you agreed to drop it. You dropped it. Then they went on ahead and reneged. So you got a binding contract. You agreed to drop the lawsuit, and then Oscar Dela Hoya reneged on that part of the agreement. So it's like their intentions were. So that tells me that their intentions was never to fight you. They just wanted to tell you whatever you wanted to hear in order to get you to drop the lawsuit. And once you did that, now they're pulling the 52 fake out. Am I correct in that assessment?
Well, yeah, but more importantly, Devin has done the right thing. You know what I'm saying? And from a mental space, a year fucking around with that shit, I told Deb, don't even, Pop's got it, man. I got it. I'll think about that right now. Stay in fight mode, right? Go down that motherfucking list that you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? We deal with that shit later. But you're 100% right. And but because they fighter is fucked up in the head and fucked up and all the shit, and Oscar want to come out and say that. No, my guy's straight. Damn straight. We deal with that bullshit when it comes. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So the people ask, where does Devin Haney go from here? You put out a list.
He turns out into a drug user. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He turns out fucked up, man. But compared to where the 3-3 when he was an amateur, and Henry done a terrible job. You know what I'm saying? Henry got a man to keep on breaking down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We didn't break down, and of nothing that we've been through, we showed back up, professional, and saying what it is. But all the people in the comment, if they're real people, I pray for them. Because they're weak. You know what I mean? Because they're weak.
You know what? Yeah, I thank you for answering that question, Bill. That was the question. You answered it. You gave me a straight answer.
Now, what else? What other question? So I can make sure.
No, that was
make
it.
Sure.
That was it. I wanted to know
That's
how.
it?
Yeah, that was
Nothing
it. Yeah, that was it. That was the question.
We got any callers? We got any callers that want to call in or say anything?
Yeah, somebody wanted to call in. Yeah, y'all want to call into the show? Y'all call into the show, man. Bill is back. Yeah, I just wanted to know because I'm like, damn, how are you able to get out of a contract? You know, if you got, you hold on, y'all hold on.
I'm like, damn, how are you able?
All right. Hold on. Hold on. Bill.
Hello?
Yeah, sorry about that. I had a caller calling in, but it fell off. Yeah, so yeah, I wanted to know, like, very similar to Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder had a rematch clause to fight each other after the second fight. Tyson Fury decided he didn't want to fight. He wanted to go and try to fight Anthony Joshua. And Deontay Wilder took him to arbitration. Y'all hold on. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Victor from Houston.
Victor from Hinton. Talk to me.
Yeah, I want to ask Bill, what was the purpose of bringing Shane Mosley to camp, and whose strategy was it, for the last fight, Devin fought?
I came up with the game plan, and, Sugar Shane, what we've learned and what we got for Sugar Shane might come out in the next fight. It might come out in the fight after, but he dropped, jewels and gems from a champion's perspective that we'll forever hold on to.
All right, that's all you got?
And I want to ask one more, like, the way that Devin fought and also the way that, Ryan fought, do you think people want to see that?
I mean, yes, let me just say that. Yes, I believe people want to see it. I know they do.
All right, well, Sean, listen. Go ahead, Victor.
I feel like it would have been better, if you guys would have just go straight to the rematch, because now, like,
yeah, I know y'all do. That's why I put him at 10. That's why I put him at 10, because promoting with him is some shit anyway. Y'all find somebody else to talk about and do. You know what I mean? He said what he said, so let's see what else they're gonna do. Because we want to fight it. Who else are you going to see Ryan fight? Who else you want to see him fight if it's not Devin Haney?
Man, at this point, I'm very disappointed. I don't know if I even want to see him again, unless it's back to Rowley, Fix that and then go back to and see Devin Haney again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So let's shout out to Victor. Salute, fam. Damn, Victor, boy. Damn, Vic sound like Vic laid back. I don't know if he was on syrup or whatever, but shout out to Victor. Yeah, Bill.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That was a call. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. Like my thing is, you're only as good. Everybody's only as good as their last fight. He won this fight. Hold on, we got another call calling in. All right, caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, what's good, Cole? What's going on, brother? I know it's the same brother as well. It's the same guy I met you down at the Peacock's gym, Bill, just so you know, just to give you
yeah. That's right.
What's going on, my brother? Yo, it's so funny, because I literally just covered this on my own channel. I'm gonna drop my video tomorrow covering all of this. So, Coach has said a lot of the things. No one can take away what you've been able to achieve with your son, Devin Haney.
So obviously I have to give you the flowers. But I've got a couple questions for you, Bill. So question number one, if you drop the lawsuit in order to obviously, we know that you dropped the lawsuit in order for the fight to be taken on. We know that Ryan Garcia lost his fight. So how are they able to walk away if you got a contract like what Coach said? So what my question is, will you basically restart the lawsuit if Ryan tries to walk away? Secondly, Bill, it's not really a funny question, but I'll put it to you like this. We clearly saw that Ryan Garcia off Osterine is a completely different Ryan Garcia to him on Osterine. So what I know this will sound like a bit of a silly question, but I kind of look at it like, do you see fighting a clean Ryan Garcia is even worth it because they're two completely different fighters, Bill?
All right, Bill. I'm gonna let Bill answer that question, and we're gonna move on to the next. But go ahead, Bill. Yeah, Bill, go ahead and answer that question. Go ahead and answer that question for them two questions.
Great question. I think Ryan Garcia, the Ryan Garcia that we got a chance to see is Ryan Garcia. When he stopped, I can't say what he was using before the other fight. I know a lot of attention was brought to him after this fight. So, if I think that's him. I think that's the Ryan Garcia. That's him.
All right. Listen. Oh, all right, Bill. Hold on. We got another call calling in. Let's see what we got. Let's see. See if we get it in. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, this is Duncan, man. I'm calling from Mobile, Alabama.
Duncan from Mobile, Alabama.
Mobile.
Hey, Bill. Listen, man. I don't know in what world we don't want to see two people that's mad at each other fight. I mean, I want to see that at the corner in front of the liquor store.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Devin's mad about the Osterine, and Ryan was acting like a tough guy. I want to see the fight. I don't care what happened with Brody. And nobody wants to see Brody and Ryan again after that performance. He shelled up. He got caught with a left hook and act like a girl after that. Right. I want to see Devin and Ryan. I want to see it. And anybody saying they don't want to see it is lying, man. In boxing, we've always wanted to see bad blood fights.
Yeah. Yes. Yes and yes.
All right. Salute to you, fam. Hey, thank you for calling, brother. I appreciate you, fam.
We fought the man.
Thank y'all, man.
Hey, we fought the man 6 times, so you know what we feel about it. You know what I'm saying?
All right, shout out to Jamie from New York. He said, great question, great interview. Respect to Bill Haney. That's Cash App. Shout out to Eugene. He said, shout out to Coach Malachi. Keep pushing. I appreciate that. Hold on, Bill. We got another call.
Call from.
Got that right there. I'm calling. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's going on? This is Mr. T.Y. from the East Coast.
Mr. T.Y. East Coast, talk to me.
East Coast.
Hey, shout out to you, Bill. This is Mr. T.Y., man. I used to deal with you on the barbershop.
Okay.
I need y'all to land y'all playing on these calls. I'm cutting them short. Y'all go ahead.
Yeah, I'm glad you got him on number 10 on your list. As far as I'm concerned, he's the least accomplished fighter out of all them fighters that they have ahead of him. I honestly believe he doesn't deserve a rematch. Right now, his stock is low, and his only relevance is Devin Haney's name. He has no belts. He has no highlights in his career besides being on steroids or being on pegs. You guys are in a historic position right now. You hold all the cards. A lot of these suckers need to bow down and respect you for who you are and what you bring to the game. The brother mentioned earlier, if Aaron was a bad promoter, why aren't people suing him for bad business? And this is the same thing that you're doing with Ryan. He's being sued for bad business, but it's being mocked at. It's being looked at as a negative. So it's just Bob Aaron. It's something that people should do. People who don't recognize y'all as just boxers. You guys are a business, and you're doing great business. I salute you.
Yes, sir.
And I'll land right there, brother.
All right, salute, fam. Hey, listen, shout out to Mr. T.Y. East Coast, he gone. Yeah, Bill, so, all right, so You pretty much answer all the questions that I wanted. You know, you let me know that the lawsuit's still going on. Hold on, we got one more call. Let me let you get one more call. Let me get one more call.
Call from.
Yeah, they gotta land their plane.
Fresh.
They gotta land their plane, bro. They gotta land their plane, boy. These motherfuckers, the
To
filibusters.
send a voicemail, press 2.
Hold on, this Ron Boy Fresh right here. I should have been doing this. Let them get their questions in there, and then cut it. I'll call them. What's your name? You calling from?
What's up, Slim? Real quick, Bill. You know you gotta listen to me. You ain't listen to me about the Raf fight, but you gotta listen to me here, man. Fuck that list you got. The fights you need to be making, I know y'all gonna do y'all thing. You either gotta rock with Rocha, Ellis, or the winner between Taylor fight coming up this weekend, or go ahead and fuck with Seiko. Those are the fights y'all need to be worried about. Don't worry about some other fights right now. That's the next fight. Nobody, I'm gonna be quite frank with you. Nobody really want to see the Raf fight no more. Stop rewarding Raf. He's trash. Y'all shouldn't have rewarded him the first time. And I probably was the minority, but you know, all money ain't good money. Slim, I'm out, bro.
All right, salute, fam. Ron Boy Fresh gone. Yeah, he was always saying, that Ryan Garcia.
Ron Boy Fresh. Shout out to you, Ron Boy Fresh. And traditionally, most fighters, that's what they do. That's the road that they take. They pick those guys that he's talking about. I didn't know all the names. I heard, I know Rashidi Ellis and then Rocha, but I didn't know the other name. But other people might not know them. You know what I'm saying? But traditionally, that's the route that is taken. And it's not respected. I don't think I think Devin should be respected for what Devin has done. You know what I mean? And
what is the most understood thing about Bill Haney? Like what's the biggest what is the biggest misunderstanding about Bill Haney that people say all the time on social media platforms, different websites? That's not true.
No, you mentioned the one thing that's understood is you mentioned Devin, he gonna answer the phone.
Yeah.
You mentioned Devin, you commented he's gonna be there. His line is open, he's always working, he's always That's what I think it is. I'm gonna leave it at that.
All right. Hold on. We got another call.
Call from Northwell Health.
All right. I'm calling. What's your name? You calling from? You the last call.
Jamie from New York.
Jamie from New York.
New York.
Bill,
it's raining outside.
Sure, man.
It's raining outside, Jamie.
Bill, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Bill, I can understand you now. Why you upset. With Oscar and them. It sounds like they asked you or made you throw away the pressing charges shit, the court stuff, and it seems like they don't want to fight now, man. I understand you completely now. You know what I'm saying? But bro, as a fan, make Garcia fight, bro. That's a great. I mean, listen, Oscar knows that Haney Devin's gonna beat Ryan. There's no doubt about it. He knows that. That's why he don't want to make the fight. But for us, brother, make the Teo fight. That's the fight, and that's a good win for Devin. Respect.
All right, salute, fam. Shout out to Jamie. All right, so you got a lot going on. I don't think people understand, how difficult this job is, especially doing it independently. There's a lot of fighters. Like I know some fighters, as a matter of fact, there was a fighter, you see fighters all the time come in your camp. So, and some of them have dads as well. Hold on, we got one more call.
Call from.
All right, caller, you the last call. Talk to me.
Yeah, G5 from the Bronx.
All right, G5.
Bill.
Hey, what street is Morris Park on? Morris Park Gym.
What you mean Morris Park Gym? It's between Bedford and Kingsbridge.
Okay, there you go. That's Bronx in the house. Now you come on, tell me, answer what question you want to. We were just at Morris yesterday.
Oh, okay. That's one of my favorite gyms. That's not too far from where I live at.
Yeah.
All right, but Bill, what do you prefer? Do you prefer to get the rematch with Ryan, or you prefer to move on and take bigger and better opportunities?
I'll be working for Jeff. I don't listen. I can't get. You know what I'm saying? I can't get to it like that. You know what I'm saying? Oscar just came out and said, "What I want to do is what we signed up to do." You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to do. But they're not doing it. They're once again doing something that they contractually didn't sign up for. They signed up to fight next, and now he's saying something else. It wasn't whether or not what Devin looked like or whether it was what's the name. Everyone said Devin had to win, and he won. And Oscar, you know, showed who he is, man. Man's a piece of shit.
So does Devin have a preference in this, or is it all up to like management?
Yeah, he has a preference in what he signed up for. You know what I'm saying? He signed to. That's what he signed to do. That's what he dropped the lawsuit for.
Okay, so y'all dropped the lawsuit. Are y'all picking it back up now that it seems like the fight is dead, the rematch? According to Oscar?
Listen, I ain't paying attention to that shit right now. I'm keeping dead focused. I'm not advising him to do none of that shit. I'm advising him to stay focused, stay in the ring, and I'll deal with that shit later on whenever it comes. So right now, you know what I'm saying? I think the world, right? The world sees what it is. The world sees that Devin is a better fighter than what they saw on April the 20th, provided that the plan, 2024, provided that the playing field is level.
Okay, I agree, because Ryan looked like pure D-doodle that night.
Yeah, don't nobody care about that. I don't care about that. I don't care about Ryan, care about that lawsuit, none of that shit right now. If you don't want to fight, then I want to keep Devin active. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so I got one more question, Bill. As a manager for Devin, right? That's your son also, and you're his manager.
Yeah.
Do you guys like have a list? You did say you have a hit list, but is that like an actual list of guys that's next, or is that just, you know, something you put out for the media?
No, I don't put nothing out for the media, right? We are when I put something out on my page, or I put something out, that's coming from us. That's how we feel. That's not something for the media.
Okay. I appreciate you.
All right, shout out to G5, man. Salute, fam. All right, shout out to G5. Bronx, stand up. All right, let's give everybody a round of applause. Yeah, that's it.
Absolutely.
Calls is done. All right, Bill. I think you answered all of the questions. You answered my main question about the lawsuit.
I think this though. They didn't show up today. So we got to tell they, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, they listen. I know they is listening. But they did not show up today. Shout out to True Media Podcast. You were entertained with Bill Haney. And I'm telling you, listen, I'll sit here as long as you want to for a person to get the understanding that they need. I hope that I answered all the questions.
Hey, listen, Gray called me about 3 days ago, but he called me about 3 days ago, and he was talking about you. And I say, Gray, you say you don't care now about Bill Haney, but when you call me, you keep talking about Bill Haney. Why are you talking about someone you don't care nothing about? Then Gray went off for me. He cursed me out. Oh, nigga, what the fuck you mean? He cussed me out.
Gray,
so I had to, he cussed me out. But
but make guys like that like to get beat on. You see it, they have that six. Because he likes to get beat on. 72. He likes the fact that I got a couple guys around that they should be paying me because everywhere I go they show up and they just take a beat. You know what I mean?
All right, man. All right, Bill, man. Hey, thank you, brother, for taking the time out.
All right, thank you, brother.
Yeah, man. Bill Haney gone, man. Yeah, man. Hey, bro. Yeah, great. Yeah, great. Gray, see what happened? Gray be watching the shows, but he catch them late. So he may see this show 3 days from now. And he be like, hey, coach, what's going on with you? Yeah, man, man, why you let that nigga Bill Haney talk to you like that? Man, you don't like knockout 86. Now, knockout 86, he don't even play. Like, you need to be more like him, coach. And you let that nigga say anything and all that up there. You don't be showing that nigga no respect. Like, I don't like that nigga. I can't stand his ass. You know what I mean? If I were 20 years younger, I'd slap the shit out of him. Like, you know what I mean? So Gray get to going, and I'm like, Gray, if you don't like the guy, why you keep calling me, talking about him? You know, the only time you call me when you want to talk about Tank and how much you don't like Bill and Devin Haney. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. Anyway, shout out to everybody, man. Y'all know what time of TI is, man. Hey, shout out to the Cash Appers. Shout out to Eugene. Drop the Cash App. Shout out to Jamie dropping the $2 Cash App. Let's see what else we have. Let's see. Shout out to the Super Chatters. Shout out to the Martin. He said since the age of 21, Floyd was on the pound for pound list. Yeah. Shout out to 03 Dub. Dropping that $2 super chat. You said Haney first 31 fights versus Flores ain't even close. Shout out to Dub again. He said Devin Haney only beat 2 champs for belts. Shout out to the Martin. He said at 26, at 2023, Flores was number 5 on Ring Magazine pound for pound. Shout out to Crosby. He said Bill is like listening to Charlie Brown's teacher. Yeah, man. Shout out to Duncan Carter. He said I want to see how that rematch plays out. Well, you know, according to Oscar De La Hoya, there would be no rematch. So, you know, me personally, I think that the Haneys got, well, not the Haneys, Bill Haney got finessed, you know, not finessed out of any money, but well, potentially it depends, you know, he took Oscar De La Hoya's word that, hey, we can get the rematch, but you got to drop the lawsuit. He dropped the lawsuit. He don't get the rematch.
True.
And shout out to Herb Winston. And the reason why I asked that question is because how was he able to, how were you able to have a signed contract with the fighter for a rematch, but the fighter can just walk away and not honor the contract? But when Tyson Fury tried to do that with Deontay Wilder, Deontay Wilder sued Tyson Fury. It went to arbitration, and the judge stopped Tyson Fury from fighting Anthony Joshua, and he forced Fury to fight Wilder for the 3rd time. So the reason why I asked that question is because, okay, if you have a binding contract, how was he able to do that? Unless the contract wasn't worth shit in the first place. So, you know, I'm glad he finally got back to it. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. Y'all know what time of TI is, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to the one and only Mr. Al Heyman.
Well, you know, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and thank Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me? I'm about to
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name, you know.
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Hey, man, shout out to Mr. Tomato Can. Shout out to La Jessica. Mr. Tomato Can say Bill is always entertaining. La Jessica say the contract probably said he had to win, and that's why he lost on purpose. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. You get what I'm saying? I really don't know. I mean, you know, that's a good question. You know, you make a valid point on that, La Jessica. I really don't know because the only one would know the answer to that is Bill.
Don't ever forget, when I found you, you was strung out on coke. When I found you, you was like a big house, contemplating about killing yourself. So don't you ever forget who brought you to Big Time Box. I drugged you back. I brought you back. I provided food and put food on your table for your family to eat. And I'm doing it for the 2nd time. So don't you ever forget that.
I'm going to give everybody a shout out after these messages. Hey, man, shout out to Tila. Summer in November. Aquarius Brown. Shout out to Cone. Shout out to Mika Lovem. Shout out to Key Sporting News. Shout out to Dodge J. Shout out to he said Bud and Floyd sued Top Rank. Bud sued Top Rank, had nothing to do with Top Rank owing him money. See, when you say Bud sued Top Rank, what did he sue him for? I'm very familiar with the lawsuit. The lawsuit, you didn't hear nothing else about it anymore. They settled that very quietly. What Bud sued Top Rank for was because he was promised the Errol Spence fight. Bob never delivered the Errol Spence fight, so he sued him for it. He sued him for a list of things. It had nothing to do with Bob Arum owed me money per the contract I signed, and he did not pay me according to my contract. That's not what he sued him for. And Floyd Mayweather paid Bob Arum to get out. He bought his contract out. That's what Floyd Mayweather did. He bought his contract out. He didn't sue Bob Arum for any money that Bob Arum owed him. You can't show me no paperwork where Floyd Mayweather sued Bob Arum for money's owed, and Bob Arum ended up paying it and all that stuff there. He bought his contract out from Top Rank. And Bud sued because of the Floyd. He couldn't get Manny Pacquiao fight, and he couldn't get the Errol Spence fight. That's what that lawsuit was all about. And I know that personally.
True.
I know that personally. You know what I mean? You ain't heard nothing about the lawsuit. I know what happened to the lawsuit. They settled very quietly. Non-disclosure. Bud ain't gonna talk about his business anyways. So he ain't gonna say nothing. Bob ain't saying nothing. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But shout out to Ricky Orta. Big Boss Man. Shout out to New Country. Crosby 1968. Shout out to Green Eyes P. No Cap Entertainment. Shout out to School of X-Men. G5 from the Bronx. La Jessica. Tega the Gigi. Shout out to Tila. Shout out to Ahmed. RJ. Shout out to Herb Winston. Who else we have in the building? Mr. Curtis Robinson. Corey. Shout out to Corey Bradley. Cooker with Sir Senior. And we had almost 800 people in here today. Almost 800. Salute. Shout out to between X and YouTube. Not counting Rumble and Instagram. Shout out to Superman. The Cardenas. Shout out to D Martinez. Kendall Price. Shout out to who else we have in the building? Mika Lovem. Miss Black Panther. Unlaced Shoes. Shout out to Ahmed. Shout out to L. Harvey. Summer in November. Who else we have in the building? Shout out to Ali. TR is in the building. Teddy Riley. Shout out to Smoke Dog. Smoke Dog say caller eating up. Shout out to Falcon. Hey, shout out to Deal 87. Yeah, boy, hey, little boy, let me tell you something, boy. You gotta have a pen. You gotta have a pen in the paper when it come to talking to Bill. Hold on now, wait a minute. Did he answer the question? No, he ain't answer that. I gotta circle back. It is what it is. Y'all know what time it is. It's the boy Coach Malachi Williams signing out. Too Many Podcast. Much love to everybody. I'll catch you guys on the next one. You know my motto. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.